start the recording and we can start only 25 minutes late. Oh, I forgot we do web cameras. One moment. Um, okay, so with that in mind, you guys have had your long rest. If anyone forgot to do that now, or play the session with no hit points. Um, but is there anything during the long rest people would like to have done?
I don't think so.
Well, if my character sheet would come up.
Sorry, Zombie, I think we missed one of your golden pieces of wisdom. Could you say that again?
Carl slept.
There we go. Carl, you're the only one who benefits from the rest, as you're the only one who rested.
Yep, just if we
Yep.
don't dictate it, we're sitting idly T-posing in the corner.
I'm not going to go into a tangent with here. This is just a statement. I have had a GM that has said before, it's like, you did not say you ate this morning before leaving town, so you have to mark a ration off as you left after lunch and you haven't eaten yet. Okay. I guess from now on I'm going to dictate every time my character goes to eat.
I will. I'm so very strong, and I will not tangent on that. But no, Callista's not doing anything.
Okay. So you guys long rest. None of you die in your sleep. That may seem like something I don't need to dictate, but in the past we did have Mark in the party, and that was something we had to keep track of.
Well, I mean, with Emmy's new patron.
Yeah,
You
you never
never
know.
That's actually a good point. Emmy, can I have a D100?
You fucker. Deliberately not trying to mention it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's a dice roll.
Trying to squeak that one by, just like, if I don't acknowledge my patron, it simply won't exist.
Is the PTSD not enough, guys? Now I need to worry about this.
Hey, there's no undead around right now.
What am I rolling?
Oh no, you've rolled it. Now I will say, Angel, that is a very sweeping statement you made. Anyway, so earlier than anyone probably would want breakfast to happen, breakfast happens. The drill that's been kind of housekeeping you over the last night and helping Carl with his fear of hitting the ground would ask if there's anything that needs to be done before we start.
How foreboding. Not that I can think of. Does anyone have any questions? Give me a second.
That's
I'll
alright.
resummon Torley. Just in case. I don't remember if I resummoned her after she got phased into the mountain.
You could have done that last night.
Okay.
That son of a bitch, I don't have my webcam on. I've been keeping my arm up, like, pretending I'm Volley this entire time asking
Oh, no.
question, but I don't have the fucking webcam on.
Well,
'cause I
then
forgot
turn it
to
on and then do it.
God damn it, it's not even plugged in!
Yeah, so you resummon Trolley. Luckily, Trolley has theoretically unlimited lives, so they don't mind having been telefragged into the side of the butte. Oh, okay. Big guy at the back.
where are we? Like, I know where we are, but like, what's your deal? I guess is the question.
My deal?
No, no,
No, he's asking Locke. Locke is deciphering your question. Well, the first question, the answer to the first question is you're 500 feet up on the Teros Plateau, specifically on the Butte of Teros Rise. What was your second question?
what are you about?
What am I about? How long do you have?
I think all day.
Okay. Well, I assume your friend there has explained what the Walish are and what we do.
Well, he kind of turns to Nyx, turns back to.
Okay, so
the
to
guy.
be very clear, I was not given a lot of direction from my archdruid before I left Emberfall.
There's no judgment. He's just piecing together that you and the other druid are actually like.
No,
of the-
that's what she says in characters. I was not given a lot of direction from my archdruid when I left Emberfall. So unfortunately, I know a bit because I know Furbolgs.
So Nick, anyone who has at all a proficiency in insight, be aware that this guy has the look of like, that's fairly typical. But
He's a little grumpy about it.
a lot of the other Walish people have a habit of just being like, hey, let the world sort it out. They'll end up where they need to go. But that's not kind of how it's done here. There's a little bit more structure to it. But anyway, so the minutes of it is essentially there are several places where the elemental kind of planes kind of intersect with the one you're currently on. This is one of those. There are three other prominent ones that other Walish tribes live around. There are many more, but these are the largest intersections. This one specifically intersects with the elemental plane of Earth. And something that the tribes do is we send our members to different tribes as when they're on their way to kind of becoming a full member and rising in the ranks of the tribe. So when you send one of the members to one of the other tribes, there are normally trials and some time spent learning from that tribe to then kind of share the information with the other tribes and then back to your own one. So later today, or potentially next month, depending on how much information you want me to give you, there will be several trials that will be done and then some teaching. That may take a little bit of time depending on your proficiency. So, has that sufficiently answered your question, big guy? Or I can go in more depth if you want.
That's good for now.
That's good for now. And I don't think I got your name.
Oh, I'm Vali.
Vali, okay. It's nice to meet you, Vali.
it's a Luskin for Blockhead.
I feel that might not be 100% correct, but I also think that could be true.
Well, a lot of people also call me Blockhead, so I assume things.
Well, you know what they say about assuming. Anyway, with that in mind, do you want to bring your friends along with the trial, or do you want to do them alone?
If it is allowed, I would like my companions. If is that allowed? Am I allowed to have help?
Yes, and yes, Blockhead.
So do I become a one of you two if I if I help on the trial?
There's a different trial for that, but if people join the tribe over the years, if you want to, there are mechanisms for that.
He gives it a beat for him to acknowledge Selwyn, but also raises his hand
Okay,
again.
he'll
if he
he'll,
doesn't
he'll look
follow.
over and ask, what do you need, Sir Elf?
I was just curious about these trials. Is there a chance of, like, death? Or horrible, grievous injury or suffering?
Well, yes, but there's a chance of that with everything. Some of them are more dangerous than each other, but none of them are designed to be lethal. But the last one is especially dangerous.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Blockhead?
So about the journey trial,
Yep.
follow up on that.
Yep.
How difficult are those in comparison to these ones? And can I bring my friends?
They are longer but easier, and yes.
Okay.
We've forgotten this a few times. Our friend Fergus here has a problem.
Yes.
He's turning into stone, and we need to stop that.
Yes. We will see to that while you the rest of you are on the trial.
Okay. Excellent.
Yes, Mr. Blockhead.
So Fergus being half rock, is he like an honorary member automatically?
No.
Oh, okay.
In the same way, a man on fire is not part of the Amberfall tribe. Or a drowned... Yes, Blockhead?
Amberfall, that's the one Nyx is from, right?
You can ask me that question, yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
Polly, I don't think Locke would be the person to ask questions about Nyx to.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That checks out.
Any questions not about Nyx that I can answer for you?
I think I'm good now.
Okay. Well, assuming you're ready, we can take you to the first trial.
I look at everyone.
You notice a dark shadow behind Carol's head.
Oh.
I'm not saying anything because I don't want Emmy to panic, or I don't want someone to panic. It's just...
Oh, you seem to have Carl seems to have a puppy haunting you.
You notice Pip standing on Carol's shoulder.
Obviously,
okay, cool.
obviously it's optional if you want to come along. I wouldn't force anyone to come, but I would appreciate if all of you came with me.
What are friends for? Than helping
Yeah.
other friends with puzzles.
Right.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So, just as a disclaimer, there are 2 puzzles, and the last one's not a puzzle, but the second puzzle is definitely harder than the first puzzle.
Oh man.
The first puzzle you can hit your head against a wall and eventually solve it.
We got this.
Okay. So you guys would be taken up to the top of the butte, and led to a stone dome-like structure. On one end of it, there's an archway you can walk into. Locke would explain that your goal is to get to the center of the arch, like at the center of the dome, and come back.
It's a maze made out of stone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's
My
all right.
brain is like I'm like Internet Explorer right now in terms of processing power and speed.
The image is still buffering.
I've had
Um,
many good times in Internet Explorer, especially when Flash still worked.
All right.
That wasn't out of character. That's Locke. You know, he misses Flash.
Who's Flash?
Well, it is.
Or what's Flash?
It is. Don't worry, it's fine. So, would you like to enter the maze?
Yes.
Okay. Immediately, you can go left or right.
Yeah, adventurers go left.
Do they?
Mhm.
Why?
I don't know where that.
mean, psychologically, you're more likely to turn left when you're lost, but yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. The more you know.
So we're not even a step into the maze, and we are in fact lost psychologically speaking.
Okay. So, heading
I
left.
take out my piece of yellow chalk and I'll make little notches on where we've been.
I'm
Yeah, you're
gonna
not allowed
see
to
how
do that.
high up.
Is anyone telling me that right now?
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Oh,
graffiti
Locke from
maze.
the doorway is like, no, cut that out.
Nope, none of that.
Cut that shit out.
The only tool you're allowed to use is your mind.
But
That is using her mind.
Yeah,
His
No,
mind.
that's using chalk. Yes, Valley.
it's an extension of my mind, though. You know.
So do I have to
came up
go
with the
in
idea.
naked?
Preferably
Please
not,
don't.
but that is an option, I guess.
Okay.
So are we in the maze or not?
You are
Yes.
standing in the doorway of the maze.
Okay.
You head left. Heading
Right.
left, you find a like a right angle turn. There's only one direction you can go from there, so presumably you follow it. From there, you're at a T intersection.
Let's again.
If Nix, if you prefer.
Sure.
Okay. After a while, you hit a dead end.
Okay.
Beans.
Wasn't
We're
that
gonna-
one?
Go back.
Can
and
I roll
there's-
investigation?
Okay.
Oh, could I
Yeah.
roll like perception to see if there's like anything, any hidden markings on the walls or something? Maybe.
Yes, you may.
Okay, I'll try it.
Can I send Torley up to see how high she can go?
The walls go all the way into the ceiling.
Oh. Wow.
They're not like I'm not. They're like, I'm not taking
Otherwise-
the chance.
Like Vali would be able to just like peek over the walls.
Probably
I
on
had-
his fucking tippy toes. Yeah.
Nyx had to shoot her shot, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, yeah.
Like, you guys have 2 full casters here. Presumably someone has pass wall or, pass through stone or etc. Like, if you want, Valley can start punching walls if we're at that stage already.
No.
Like I could try and fucking dimension door shoot us like next to where she needs to go, but I'd probably telefrag us.
Like, he banned chalk, not teleporting.
Yeah. But we'll try and clever our way out of it first.
But with your pair of 18s, yes, Moto, you may do that. So with your pair of 18s, okay, Moto, you know the thing that you wonder if you know. So okay, Cat and Val, with an 18, you guys know that this area is new as of this morning. Every time they do it, they make a new maze. So there aren't footsteps, there aren't hidden messages, or at least not that you can notice with an 18. The only thing that seems to be here that isn't necessarily intended is there are some very small spider webs.
And you can ask the spiders for directions.
Maybe
Sure.
What?
Let's try that.
Hang on. Murder has his flash of genius.
well, it's probably gonna be redundant. But Volley would pipe up like, well, like Earth druids, right? So maybe there's like ley lines or something that give directions if you can see them, or like other magical pathways through like the rock or something.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Is that a nature check for me? A
It can
perception
be.
check?
It's also a detect magic check. It's also for Cat. She can just say, "Hey, where are the ley lines?" Because she has the ley line.
Catmore.
Yep.
May I? Well,
The true druid can.
Nix, let Nix do things, and
Okay.
then I'll ask.
Okay, so nature didn't work. I don't have detect magic prepared.
Okay. Do you want to use any of the other detect spells, or you don't have any of the detect spells prepared?
What other detect spells?
There's isn't there like detect animals and speak with animals and all that stuff?
I do have speak with animals prepared, so we'll cast that, and I'll talk to the spiders.
You also, I believe you have access to a burrow speed for one of your wild shapes.
That seems like cheating. But
Again,
I could.
chalk has
druid
been
stuff.
discussed. Wild shape has not been discussed yet. But yeah. So if you want, you can speak to some nearby spiders. I will say, Cat, you are currently on a Titanic ley line.
So what I'm getting is not really directions, but like, hey boy, howdy, there's a lot of stuff here.
Yep.
There's so much stuff here.
I'll inform you. All of the planar nexuses are Titanic ley lines. So if you go to Nix's house, you're also on a Titanic ley line.
Neato. I can do funky stuff here.
Yep.
My war crimes have reached new limits.
Yep. Anyway, Nix, what do you say to Senior Spider?
Hello. How are you? Very nice web.
One moment, I'm rolling for disposition. I'm good.
Peace.
Good. I was hoping to get a bit of help, if at all possible. Do you have any clue how to get to the center of the maze?
Who's asking?
My name is Nyx.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Um. Okay, who are you, Nyx?
I am a druid of the Emberfall tribe.
Where's that?
It is across an ocean on an island with a volcano.
What are those? I'll put it out there, Angel. The spider is an intelligence 2 creature. It will ask questions. It does not have the object permanence to maintain the conversation, like to get back to your question. If you want to talk to a dumb animal, mechanically dumb, you have to lead the conversation, or it will lead the conversation in a circle.
So let's get back to how to get to the center of the maze that you live in.
The spider will look around.
All 8 eyes.
Yep. um, is this not the center?
Were you born in this part here?
Maybe.
Never mind. Yeah, she'll just have a good day. Catch lots of flies.
Day?
I'm done. Talking to the spider. I guess, yeah, I'll try burrowing.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly double check that, but I'm fairly sure speak with animals doesn't make the animal smarter. I know there are spells that do
doesn't.
that, but speak with animals is not that one.
I can verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. It's limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day.
He can tell you about another spider at the other end of the corridor.
Oh.
It's a
Are they mean?
really hostile.
Nice? How hostile?
Yeah. Keeps trying to eat me.
Wow, stay away from it.
Yeah. That's a plan.
Well, thank you. Best of luck.
Okay, so with burrow, you can't burrow through the walls because that's work stone, but you can burrow through the floor.
I can become a giant mole?
Is that a
One of the
question
big-
or is that a statement?
I think it's a statement.
Let me just bring that up because I think you can turn into something as high as CR half at this level. Okay, you can turn into a CR half, which now I have to open the compendium. I'm just hang on. We'll just do. I think what you may have been thinking of is a giant badger. I'm just seeing if that's CR half.
Giant badger, nutmeg.
It
what
is.
Kat said.
It's a quarter.
It's American currency. I'm sorry. So. Yes, you can turn into a giant badger, which is a medium creature for those who are wondering. A giant badger isn't that large.
I mean, in Nutmeg's defense, it's still a fucking person-sized badger.
That's fair, but when you read giant spider and you're like, oh, it must be huge, and it's like, oh no, it's just the size of a cat, and it's like, okay, that's big in real life, but it's not big in my. It's not Skyrim giant spider big.
Yes.
But yes, Angel, you may turn into a giant badger if you want to.
If I start digging, does Locke yell at me?
No, he can't see you. You're around like two corners at this point.
Nice. Perfect timing.
Do I have a general idea of where the center of the maze is?
You can roll a wisdom check. No. But you have like 4 hours in this form to work it out.
Yeah, druids like druid magic.
Alright, I'm gonna start burrowing in the general center direction.
Okay. And Emmy, roll an insight check for me. Nix. Roll a survival check. Emmy, you think he was messing with you?
Rip.
Is that gonna
Also,
be? Is it gonna be that
next.
kind of night? I see you trying not to laugh, Murder.
I'm in awe at your rolls right now.
I've rolled absolute dog shit every time I've rolled.
Okay.
Like, it's gotta turn around sometime, right?
Angel, to the GM layer, can you roll me a D100? Oh, that's not good. Okay. How familiar is everyone with Bugs Bunny?
I want to point out, great start. Great start to whatever
And how
that is.
he notoriously, I believe, always said, I should have taken a left at Albuquerque or something. This is one of those deals. So before I go on, is anyone in the badger hole, or is everyone just waiting for the badger to come back?
I was waiting probably for the badger to come back.
I mean, like, I'd be peeking, but I figured Nyx would, like, come back when she got a little bit farther and do that.
Okay.
Let me-
So
let me.
go ahead, Rudder.
No, I was gonna roll a wisdom check to see if I follow the badger in the hole.
Okay. You've read enough about Pooh Bear that you think this is a bad idea for Vali to do.
Yeah, I think Volley's a little bigger than a badger, even a big one.
So Nyx, you start burrowing, and everything's kind of going well until you reach an air pocket. That might be the ceiling of somewhere else. May I have a dexterity save? Your modifier as a giant badger is 0.
Oh, 17.
That's good. You don't fall into the dark abyss that you just burrowed into. Also known as the ceiling of trial 3.
Can I go back up to
Yep.
where I was?
Yep.
I'm gonna try and take a moment to think about all of my life choices that brought me here.
You have a wisdom save for that?
Sure. Yeah,
You're
that
feeling a bit
tracks.
bummed.
Fucking why?
Like,
This tracks.
you left off with a very simple goal. I just have to go to 3 places. It's been many months, if not a year now, and this is the first place. And it's not even geographically the closest place to where you started.
I know. I'm aware.
And everyone you know who's an important druid can just walk through plants to get to places. If they wanted you to get somewhere, why didn't they just walk you there through a tree?
The badger is crying, guys.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. This is just a minor break in progress. We're getting there.
I'm just gonna roll a quick perception check for trial 3 to see if it notices a hole in its ceiling.
No.
Oh, this is about to go very differently than I expected.
Maybe we should move.
So it has a mod and a half to this.
Ooh.
Murder, would you like to roll the d20?
Yes.
Murder loves the d20.
You want
I'd
it
say
to
I
Jim?
should do it because I roll like shit, but this will be when I roll a natural 20.
Just roll it publicly. I won't tell the modifier, but it.
Three.
Depending on whether or not you wanted to do trial 1 and 3 at the same time, you either rolled well or poorly. Let's just say, I'll put it this way: you were 2 off at noticing.
Hello. All right. So she's gonna. I'm gonna try and focus in again on
Yep.
like a natural path, or whatever. Just try. So another nature check, a survival check. What am I doing?
Yeah, you can do a nature check. Mata, before we answer your question, Carl, feel free to tell me this is incorrect, but I feel that I require a wisdom save from Carl for not wandering off at this, already by this point.
Sure, why not?
Can I try and distract him with gambling?
What sort of gambling?
I don't know, I got a deck of cards or dice on me.
Do you?
Play for some silver? Let me check. I think I do. Did I sell it?
I'll put it this way, Emmy. You can roll
Oh,
performance.
I have dice. I have bone dice. Yeah.
Roll performance versus zombies. Okay, no, okay. So you roll performance. Carl, you roll. Okay, you've done your wisdom. You just need a total of 20. So Emmy, as long as you roll a 12 or better, you've kept Carl. You haven't kept Carl.
Not
Boy.
even close.
Just roll me an Eye of the World check to see where you end up.
Can I follow him? Because I feel like that's a volley thing to do.
You can roll
Yeah.
a perception check to notice Carl wandering off.
I have advantage.
I'll roll
right?
it as well. I'll follow. If people
Okay.
are going, I'll have to follow.
Oh boy.
I'm like, nah. I'm thinking about all the shit Locke told me.
Kat, you can roll perception if you want to notice Carl.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? No. She's comforting Nyx.
Okay.
What happened?
Carl wandered off.
Oh no.
Yep.
Like the ADHD legend he is.
Yep. Can't
Well-
keep him down.
In theory, he's taken Emmy hostage. Now,
So what did I get with my 23?
yeah. So Carl, we'll get back to your Eye of the World check in a moment. Nyx, just based on the terrain and the spiders on this side, as well as where the air pocket in the ground is, you think you made the first wrong turn. You should have went right on the first corridor.
Toddle off back towards the first turn.
Okay. Callista, Vali, you following Nyx?
Yes.
Cool. Traveling through a bunch of like right-hand turns, you eventually get to another T intersection.
Any
Carl,
inspiration?
roll one more out of the world check.
Oh no.
Carl, how quiet are you being?
Oh no.
So someone's following along, right?
Yeah, Selwyn, have you made your presence known to Carl, or are you following him in silence?
Probably. I probably would have made myself known.
Okay. Hypothetically, if you and
I'm
Carl...
leaving chalk scrawls on the wall so friends can follow.
Hypothetically, if you and Carl found the center, would either of you have said anything?
Oh no.
Good question.
Probably.
That's your answer then.
So, just as a quick, by the way, as you guys are walking down this path, you guys notice a bunch of chalk drawing on the wall. Do you follow it?
It's
Oh dear. Because we recognize Selwyn's chalk, because Selwyn always has this chalk for when
Yep.
we get lost.
It's always the chalk as listed in my inventory, which Pat Morris pointed out is chalk in brackets piss yellow. So
Very distinct.
Like, oh, that's Selwyn.
Yep.
That's Selwyn, all right. Oh, quick head count, and we're down 2.
I look around like, what? Whatever the badger equivalent of what?
Oh, how about that? He just
So-
kind of wandered on.
Oh boy. Oh, at least they're together now. Selwyn's there, so it's a buddy system.
I just want to
Did
say
you see their
that's,
footprints?
that's an assumption. You
Oh,
can
we see the chalk.
like you can say you see the chalk, but if you want, you can roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're out here not having a good time
It's up,
today.
We're
it's
not-
up to
we're-
you, Cat.
Oh, thank fuck.
Oh, thank God.
We're doing good. It's fine. We're doing good.
Everything's great.
Are we? Is it?
No, we're doing amazing.
Yeah. you notice that there are like large size 12 footprints next to all the chalk.
Okay.
And this is piss yellow chalk.
It is piss yellow chalk.
Specifically. Okay,
Hopefully
well,
not homemade.
I would rather regroup than continue and lose their trail.
The badger gives you a thumbs up.
Your little digging paws.
Heading, following the chalk, you'd eventually find a large round chamber with a hole in the center, and you'd see both a half orc and a half elf looking around it. I'm going to quickly ask our two halves. You guys have had this room for 5 minutes. What have you done?
What have you done?
Well, Carl was seeing that someone's been drawing with chalk. He's gonna pull out his own chalk and just start drawing on the walls.
What are you drawing?
Caveman drawings of their story. How they met in yeah.
Roll a performance check. Roll a dexterity check. Show me how good your chalk is.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It looks. All I need to say is the way Carl holds his chalk is he holds it like that when he draws.
Ah,
right.
yes, the firmest of grips.
So, you've got to the center, Nix. You weren't the first one here, but it wasn't a race.
You know,
Hey, buddies.
I give
Hey, you made
give
it.
Carl a hug as a badger, and then I give Selwyn a hug as a badger. And then I look down the hole because I'm curious.
There is a sheer hole.
I have a feeling that I almost fell down the same hole.
That's surprisingly, that's a different hole. Your
Oh, for
hole is
fuck's
way
sake.
deeper.
Oh no.
This feels like an OSHA violation. But
The druids laugh in the face of OSHA Cat. They live on top of a 500-foot high. No, it's higher than that. It was I think it's
it's like half a
3,000
mile or
feet.
something.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Yeah.
if it
Yeah, it
was
was
gonna
more than
take
that.
us 6 rounds to hit the ground, it was gonna be...
The
more
500
than
stuck in my head because that's how far you fall around, but it was going to take you like 6 rounds to hit the bottom, so it's half a mile, but it's like 350 feet or something. 3,500 feet. But anyway, they don't have guardrails, Cat, is my point. You know, they don't care about OSHA.
Okay. Can we send well, now that Pip is nebulously here, I could send Pip to look, or Nyx could send Torley to look.
Were we supposed to get something, or just get to the middle and then get back out?
Do you verbalize that question as a badger?
No, I'm asking you because I don't remember. Bonnie is having trouble remembering.
It wasn't specified.
Oh, okay, well, sure. I'll squeaky noises at Torley to go down there. She does not need to speak. She understands
true.
me.
100 feet down, there's a chamber, like a large squarish chamber at the bottom.
I
How
know what I
big?
must do.
How big is the chamber, or is how big is the hole?
How big is the chamber?
Let me get my ruler out. It is 100 feet by 100 feet by 40 feet.
Is there anything down there?
What's Turley's intelligence?
13.
Symbols, apparently.
How big is the hole?
How, like, are you asking its circumference, its diameter, its radius, or its depth?
Depth.
You already said depth was 100
Yep.
feet.
I'll put
So,
it quite simply, a large creature can fit through it.
okay, I'm gonna switch back to being human Nyx.
Fearbulk Nyx.
Yeah, that. So there is a chamber at the bottom of this hole. It's very large with lots of symbols. I'm very confused because I remember him saying get to the middle and come back, right?
I'm going to
I remember that too.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I was trying to keep an eye on Lolly and Carl and have them not wander away while he was talking. So, I will take your word for it.
Would you like to phone a friend?
I'll sending Locke like, hey, clarifying question. What do you want done with the hole?
Your reply is go down it.
Okay, I want you to know I said that off the cuff, but she did format it as she always does.
Yeah, I understand.
Dear Locke, sincerely, Callista.
That is all assumed.
It's auto filled in. Like you can
Yeah.
just click the suggested one.
Yeah, no, it's like how signatures populate in emails, like with your contact information at the bottom. That's just how our sendings populate.
All right.
Okay.
So, if it's all possible, can I piggyback ride off of Volley or Carl? I'm so bad at this.
How about okay, what if you and I go down because I can dimension door us back up if necessary, and if there's a way out at the bottom, then we have everyone else come down.
All right.
Just for sensibility's sake. I have a bunch of rope. I guess we could lower a rope.
That'd be good. I'm going to go ahead. Would this be a strength thing or a dexterity thing to climb down the rope?
It's a rules as written. It's a strength thing with advantage. I have recently come to terms with the idea of I don't care if you use dex or strength because I think it ruins the game for some people when they make a dex build and then they can't climb. So I am fine with you doing a dexterity check or an acrobatics check. Sorry, athletics or acrobatics. I will say, in fairness to strength builds, if you are using dex, you won't have the advantage from the rope.
Okay, then I will, because I have a 5 in acrobatics, I'm going to cast Cat's Grace on myself and on Callista, just in case.
You gonna ask before stealing Cat's Grace?
I'm
That's my
giving it back to
grace.
her.
That's true. She's borrowing it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so, may I have a check from both of you then? I will say, pseudo large creatures like Carl and Varley will have advantage on this, regardless, on the merit that they can just touch both sides and slide.
Oh, I
Yay.
could just shimmy down there. Okay.
Yeah, like you have enough reach, so you can just have a hand on either side and slide down.
Just spider your way down. That's hilarious.
We're the only ones that we're going to have to do a check anyway, so of course I'm going to give us the Cat's Grace.
That's fair. Okay, so let me minimize that. Okay, at the very bottom, you have a large chamber. There is it's like 100 feet wide, 100 feet long. I think, unless I measured it wrong. Let me just double check my measurement. It is 105 feet tall by 100 feet wide. The entire floor of the room is covered in, except for the section where you come down, is covered in tiles. Each tile has a letter. I'll take you to a map that will let you visualize this in a second. You are... Anyone who doesn't have a negative wisdom, you would be aware that you don't want to just walk onto that without thinking. So this would be... There might be some trial and error involved, I guess, is what I'm saying. But you know you want to get to the other side, as there is a doorway on the other side. So I will move you guys to that map.
I will send Torley up, and she will tweet, like, whatever Torley's version of come down is.
Well, she has more characters than that. I think she gets 180.
Jesus Christ.
Terrible.
Look,
He's probably never seen Top Gun, but he knows that.
I saw the original.
Okay.
Which I think proves Kat's point even more than I'd want her to at this point. But
Yeah, like I was gonna rebuttal, but your response was a better rebuttal than mine. So
but yeah, no, I didn't know that was a joke from the new Maverick movie. That was a joke based on Twitter, and which I also don't use. But Anyway, I will take you guys to the map. Don't move. If you move, I'm gonna have to start exploding you.
No exploding.
Is it
I
once
will
enough?
explain that to my ADHD friends here. Specifically the two big ones.
Okay. The map itself isn't 100% representative of where you are. You can't walk around it, but this is needed for you to be able to understand it and what I'm talking about in a way that doesn't require you guys taking notes. So you can't walk around it. You need to get to this end, and Murdoch, get back here. And you are aware that there are tiles you don't want to walk onto.
Is there a pattern? What's on the walls? The walls have to be like a clue, right?
Let me.
Quick question.
Yes.
I was gonna ask, like, is there any other light source in this room? Because if not, Vali can only see 5 feet.
Yeah.
ahead of himself.
I will give you that context in a second. Does this post to Roll20? Well, yeah, it does. Okay. Here is here's a description of the area. The bottom bit is actually written there, so that's your context on where or where not you should step. For a visual representation, this is where you're at currently. It's loading to Discord.
So, question.
Yep.
I've had different DMs rule this different ways, so that's why I'm asking.
Okay, that's all right. You can always ask questions.
Can I ritually cast Detect Magic even though I don't have it prepared?
Wizards can. And people with the ritual caster feat can. Druids and clerics cannot. Specifically, as part of game design, they gave the druid, the paladin, and they gave the druid and the cleric weaker ritual casting than they gave the wizard, or the Pact of the Time Warlock.
Well, as Kat says, well beans.
So it's 8 remain schooled.
Yes, Sammy?
Like, because we have schools of magic on here, you don't step on them. Avoid all the tiles that presumably spell out magic thing.
That is something you can presume.
Here we have magic. Here we have necromancy, evocation, conjuration.
Can I
that
draw?
goes down vertical.
Can you draw on them? I don't think Locke will stop you.
Get that piss yellow chalk out, boys.
Now,
hell yeah, I got you covered. Don't even worry about it.
I presume that you're not stepping onto the tiles to draw on them.
No.
No,
we're visually looking at it.
Okay.
One here.
Okay. Take as long as you need.
8 remain in schooled disguise. So schools of magic. Avoid them. You can't step on that.
Also avoid magic, because there's several different ones that spell out magic. Like, there's freehand. There's one here. There's one here.
Well, that wouldn't make sense then, because we couldn't get past that. Look at where evocation and necromancy is.
I will note you can jump between tiles.
Okay.
Assuming that you can jump there in a mundane way.
Yeah. in theory, we can jump up to 5 feet.
Somebody have long. Do I have some? Anyway,
You have many animals that can jump further than Nyx can. The badger, hypothetically, has a greater jump distance than Nyx.
I could also just have Torley teleport us.
You can. In theory.
Where's the exit? Over here?
At the north of the map, yeah.
Cool.
For the record, I checked that the badger actually does have a further jump because it has a strength of 13.
Two, 3, 4.
Abjuration.
Now, Murder, all you have to do is have, like, jump and be a
Illusion.
monk, and then all of a sudden you can just touch the back wall with one jump.
Transmutation.
Well, no, I'm just checking. Like, I can like long jump 20 feet each time.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Kudos to Emmy. She just looked at this and went, "I know."
Well,
Yeah, no,
after lowering expectations by saying I'm not good at puzzles.
I don't know, it'd be like a crossword.
A crossword is a puzzle!
Okay. I'm gonna put the magics in red because we shouldn't step on those.
How many schools of magic do we have? Let's see.
Several.
Which one are we missing? Enchantment. Enchantment. There we go.
So, like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it.
You can DM it if you want.
Well,
So-
no, because we're trying to like not talk shop out of character this time, so I'm not
That's
gonna like pitch an idea.
So we read the riddle and we kind of figure out where all of these are. I think Nyx would say, so it looks like, based on what I'm seeing, we have to jump over a few things. And we know how good I am at that.
It's meant to be a
Turn into a-
trial.
Kangaroo.
What's a kangaroo?
I don't know. Ask God.
I don't really talk to the gods. It's not my shtick.
Okay.
You can talk to
Murder
Gimdall.
died.
I just want to say for the record, I don't think they've statted the kangaroo out.
That is a failing on the wizard's part.
To be fair, there aren't a lot of D&D adventures based in Fantasy Australia.
There should be, really.
There really
There
should be. You live in the kingdom of death.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay. I still have my enhanced ability. Is jumping a dex thing or is that a strength thing? What?
I think I might be wrong. This might be third party though, but I do have a stat block for a kangaroo, but it seems... No, this has to be third party. That's from- Like, it seems just wildly too powerful. Yeah, no, it's... Is it though? Don't worry. Anyway, you can... The thing that determines your jumping distance is strength, but you can roll athletics or acrobatics to attempt to do a jump that you don't necessarily have the passively I succeed at.
Because I think I... Hold on. Jump calculator.
Jesus Christ, Emmy, you really did just blow this entire puzzle apart.
Good job.
Because now it's just like, oh, hop on over, like practical problem solving. Before I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? What is
Yeah, visually, I was very like, wow, I'm going to stare at this for hours and get a headache.
I don't know. I spotted like necromancy right away, and then I was like, oh, maybe there's a word in every single row, and I was like, oh, magic necromancy, and then I skipped that one because I couldn't find one, and then I finally realized Patmore had posted something. So
So
So you
Then I
were
read
2
the
steps
riddle.
ahead.
I'm gonna start here. Step on the tile. Does anything happen?
No.
Okay.
Oh, are we going?
put some chalk on it. Fancy chalk.
Well, we have to. You have to jump over this Y
Why?
It,
because I
I'm
don't
sorry.
want to explode.
is,
Whoever that was. Locke, you're not allowed to make fun of us right now.
Just to hear Locke echoing down the hole we just came down. Why? It's like, shut up, Locke.
Big fan of bad jokes this time, Drew.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Badoop.
Okay.
Good job.
You pass a DC of 10.
Question.
Yep.
Is there like any space behind us or no?
No, not really. Like, what you could do, and I don't know how this affects long jump, but you can do, like, you can run that way, then turn.
It doesn't really affect it. I get like from here. This would be the starting thing.
Yeah.
I'd have 20 feet of movement to spare in a jump.
Yep.
Because as long as I have the movement, I'll like rules wise, I'll just do it.
And can you even fail a DC 10 athletics check?
No, but I mostly don't need to because even in just a standing long jump, my long jump is 11 feet.
Well, la-di-da, Mr. Varley.
Can I move diagonally without touching these two squares?
Yeah.
Okay.
These aren't centered and it bothers me.
It's okay.
It's almost as if, like, it's a visual representation of a challenge and not a map per se. You pass. Still DC 10.
I'm just like stepping one at a time, waiting for something to explode on my face.
We can just walk diagonally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I know I have met GMs who don't allow diagonal movement, but I do.
If we have a modifier that's not like Nyx's, can we just make the jumps, or do we have to roll for them?
You
Uh,
can calculate your like minimum distance from a standing long jump without a run up, and then go off that.
yeah,
If it's more than 5 feet, you do it.
you're literally the one who uploaded the jump calculator.
think I
I'll
wanna-
post it in Discord.
No, I have it bookmarked because I hate doing math. It's one
I
thing
just have
about
to start
me.
typing jump, and Google just knows. That's what I'm looking for
Oops,
now.
that fucking closed Roll20.
Don't close roll 20, Cat. Ever.
Why did it
Alright.
open in? Okay, whatever. Roll20. You're on my shit list.
Don't listen to roll 20. You're great.
Again, Emmy, holy shit, good job.
Right.
This is just
This
been
would have
turned
taken
into
me a while.
nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, because I was sitting there going, "What?"
Oh yeah, no, it's 5 feet. I'm fine.
No, you don't get to be on the desk.
I want to be on
Volley
the
could
desk.
have technically just went down the middle with his jump distance and just got there.
Devil's advocate murder. I don't think Valley in a vacuum would be able to determine what squares he could jump onto.
No, he can't read these. That's why he's following Nyx.
Yeah.
Like he still does not read the common language here.
Well, see, next week the slightly harder version is all the tiles will be in German,
Hmm.
but like not like good written German, like Google Translate German.
Roll20. I beg of you, stop praising on me. It heard me talking shit.
Be careful,
Are you
Emmy.
back? Boop. Boop.
Not boop.
Indeed, boop.
Booping on by.
Come on, Carl.
So
How
did I
long-
have to make a check to jump that, or am I strong enough?
What's your jump distance? What? Okay. What?
How
What's
It's
your
tall are
strength?
you?
13.
You're fine.
13? Yeah,
I'll
you're fine.
follow you.
So assuming, I'm just gonna we're gonna assume 510 on every character for the moment, but I think the minimum you. Okay, 9 won't do it.
Height only affects like vertical jumps
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
can reach up and grab.
So as
Horizontal's
long
fine.
as you have a strength that isn't a negative mod, you can do a 5-foot jump.
Yep.
Looking at you.
So
Nix.
Nix has been fighting for her fucking life, and everyone else was like, "This is
This
used
is
to do this
easy."
during play."
Good job, Nix.
Okay. So before we get to the next part, we'll have our 5-minute break.
Cool.
And not
Jesus Christ.
and not just because I assumed this was going to take an additional 30 minutes. Thanks, Emmy.
Good job, Emmy.
Do you
No,
want to see my thinking process? I have it written down here. 1 second. Let me unblur. Let me unblur my camera. It is the most chaotic shit. Where is it? Okay.
I was under the impression, like, you know what, this is probably slightly too harder.
I have
No,
the labyrinth there because I was like, oh, Patmore's gonna like trip us up on like directions and stuff.
Yes, I was drawing out the labyrinth.
No.
No, fucking Carl just finds it
We-
because he's Carl.
So,
It's the most Carl thing that ever Carl ever.
I'll
So
quickly
true.
put it out there. I have an actual labyrinth map that I didn't put you on because it's a bit easier when you can kind of look at where your token is. And I immediately looked at it and I'm like, if you just go left consistently on every turn, you get to the end. So I flipped it so that to get to the end, you have to make every right.
I was gonna
You
suggest going
bastard.
right too.
Well, and with my idea, like, it's like, if you go, like, you guys consistently have always went left, but if I make it so it's every right is the right answer, that's literally the last path through the maze you guys would ever do.
You're correct, because we're always lost and lost people turn left.
But I always vote to go right, and everyone's like, "No, we're going left instead."
Okay, Murder, next time we'll go right, and then he'll make it left because we've had this conversation.
No.
For
Then
those who
it'll
are
just
interested-
be wrong again.
This is a layout of the maze.
I
like-
like this.
Oh, I like the cacti.
This is very nice.
Cute.
Did you make this?
No.
I like a little cactus.
No. No. If I made it, the right answer would be a bunch of lefts and a bunch of rights. Any maze in which it's just all of one direction of all of the other direction, I think is just a poorly designed maze.
They're druids, not architects, Patmore.
They're stone druids, man. They're great at architecture.
That's kind of their gimmick, I guess.
They're great at spawning buildings, not.
I'm
the
just saying,
actual-
every day, if Locke wants, he can live in a different house.
That's true. I mean, at some point, you have to be good. You can only make so many Minecraft dirt homes until your friends laugh at you, and you have to get better.
I'm a big proponent in Minecraft to finding like a mountain and just building at the top or in the middle of it, and then just spending the next dozen hours mining out the entire mountain into just one structure. Like removing everything from the mountain that isn't my house.
During the pandemic, I was invited to a friend's world, and I went and found the nearest swamp and just built a wizard's tower in it, and then
Love that
quit the
for
game
you.
thereafter. And so now there's just a ruin of a wizard's tower, and everyone has to remind themselves why the fuck it's there because they're still playing.
The last time I played Minecraft with Gamma, he filled like I made a castle, but it was like there was a like a mountain, but there was a large hollow under the mountain. So I built like an upside down castle. And he stole some blocks from me. And what he built was like a tree house in a jungle. And my rebuttal was I just set the jungle on fire.
I'm a bit discouraged that my go-to Minecraft move is also Gamma's, apparently.
A jungle tree house.
Yeah, no, because I either go into a forest or like a jungle, preferably because they have vines you can climb.
Yeah.
And I just make the entire tree line my house.
Like-
Slowly.
Like, that's fair. I hope he didn't make his mistake of making it one wholly connected wooden structure that is susceptible to fire.
In case, you spawn in the Minecraft world I don't have because they don't own it anymore, and you just like Murder.
Well,
Fire.
like even if I didn't start a fire, like lightning can start fires with Minecraft Race, or like a single lava block natively spawning on the surface will start a forest fire. And if it's a wholly connected structure, just a single fire will destroy it while you're not looking.
No, I like parkour, so I leave space between the trees.
Yeah,
I
he
just
didn't
jump
do that.
between them.
And that's
Rookie
why
move.
he doesn't have a house anymore.
I don't know if it's my
Yeah.
psychosis, but I always like building on the beaches. Which is like objectively a bad place to build, but like I know it's objectively bad because trees are harder to come by and you have to like import your dirt. I sometimes sea turtles swim by and that makes it worth it.
It's the little
like
things,
to-
really.
I like to try and capture them in an aquarium kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Then they always get sad. I try to
And
give
then-
them sea cucumbers to make them happy, but they still are sad.
But I love
Okay.
Minecraft. I like playing in creative mode, just building.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go get more tea.
I want to note for the record, I can't play creative mode because then I feel like I'm losing.
It's not a game you win or lose.
No, it is. You conquer the world. Look, a lot of people can take a lot of different things from a lot of different games, but when I play Minecraft, I'm conquering the world. I'm not building a house. You know, I'm building a kingdom.
I mean, that's how you want to play.
And I won't say it's the right way of playing because you know I get bored and put it away quite often, but I also the other problem I have is it just kind of gets the game cycle gets repetitive. Go into a mine, break blocks, bring resources back. Use resources, go back, break blocks, use resources, break more blocks. It's like it's okay, but it gets a little bit repetitive because every block is just the same block, just it looks different. Also, like how finite the durability of good items, I think, kind of ruins like gameplay for me because it's like, cool, you've got your diamond thing, but it's going to last you a day before it's broken. So spending 3 days getting the diamond thing wasn't really worth it.
I'm back.
Oh, hey,
Welcome
Meta.
back. You are so weird, cat.
That's
As
rude.
in, my cat, Cubby,
Like,
is very
I'm sorry,
weird.
I've known Cat longer than everyone, okay? You can't take ownership of her.
I am cat, remember? We have the same brain.
Yeah. But I've known Cat the longest by a month or something than Murder. Because Murder wasn't in the start of the campaign
Yeah,
that Cat
it's
was
about
in.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though your mind keeps putting me at the start of that campaign.
Like, mate, you should have been there.
Yeah, honestly, I agree.
Like, I'm gonna speak with an amount of hubris I shouldn't speak with, but Murder, I would say your greatest mistake in life was not being in the start of that campaign.
Like, I disagree with that one. I don't particularly think I missed much.
Well, I missed you, and I'd say you're much.
Yeah, I missed you too. That's why I
Yeah.
asked at like a month into the campaign, like, hey, would you still accept if I came in?
Murder, it wouldn't have mattered if I had 7 players or 8 players. You've got to sit in any of my tables.
Like, thanks. Because I think you're gunning for like 10 players in the Salt Marsh campaign.
I guess at this point I am, is where I'm at. But also, you start at level 1 and it's rough. So on the other end, I'm like, you know what? It's not a bad idea to have a bunch of people.
welcome back.
To be
Kat.
fair, I will be here every other week, so
Yeah, no, I'm saying we're not an adventuring party. We're a militia with 10 people in it, right? Like, we're not a ragtag group of adventurers.
No,
So-
at that
just
point, we're
like-
fielding a baseball team.
So as an aside, I am working on making more, I guess, content. Ghost of Saltmarsh will be the core of it, but there'll be regional things that you guys can do. Like there'll be at least there'll also be more like it. There will be a side quest kind of structure in which it's like, cool, here's a job board, here are quests that are in the area. Or if you guys want to do some side questing and earn money and magic items and etc., you can do some side questing instead of like following the main thread. Or like it's also, if you guys want to ignore the main thread, that's also optional. Because you know I run sandboxes even when I don't run sandboxes.
Like, I'd like to finish it this time properly.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Uh,
with Strahd, the amount of time you ran it, I've had every conclusion possible to it.
That's fair. As an aside, for those who are interested, this was the other map I was potentially going to use as a maze, and I decided it was too hard for you guys.
Yeah, that's fair. What's up with the murder room?
Which one?
This one. I'm pointing to it. You're gonna have to scroll a bit.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I believe that's
Another
a ceiling
maze.
crusher.
is this where we are?
No.
No.
This was the other maze I was
Oh, yeah,
potentially
Odyssey.
considering running. Then I didn't because I was like, hey, first off, the art's a little bit brutal for what you guys are actually doing, but it's also just way too hard for what I'd consider you guys to be able to do. I want to phrase it in a way that doesn't sound disparaging and mean, but
Rude but fair.
yeah.
Unless you're Emmy, who's incredibly good at puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, right? Like the
Unfairly
fucking
good at
wizard.
puzzles. Like, Emmy, I'm going to have to bring my A game next time.
Please don't.
Like, there were 8
So
schools of
bad at
magic
them.
there. I have... In my world, there's technically more than that because you've got, like, winter magic and chronomancy and stuff, so I'll make
Time,
it,
yeah.
like, it'll be, like, 15 schools of magic, but instead of being 100 by 100, it'll be, like, 500 by 500.
Okay.
Rude.
Whose life is flashing
we
before
can't
our
even
eyes.
see that far.
And
That's what makes it challenging, right?
And I'll like do proper dynamic lighting. Everyone only has like the little cones of vision.
Sucker.
Yep.
You're such a
like-
bastard.
I did.
It's like, okay, there's an N here.
True.
N occurs a lot in schools of magic. That's a very common letter in schools. I don't think we should step on the N.
I did for my Avernus game, as kind of like a keep them busy quest. They had to get into this cleric's tower. And one of the puzzles was what was supposed to be a resetting puzzle where they have to follow the right line the whole way through, or they get knocked back and the puzzle resets. But they were having so much fun brute forcing it. I was like, okay. All they had to do to find the solution was look up at the ceiling. That's it. The solution was on the ceiling.
Angel, sometimes your players just all Patmore. You know?
Yeah, but like I said, they were having so much fun brute forcing it. I was like, this is fine. But anyway, sidetrack aside,
No, it's fine. I forgive you, Murder.
What?
why are you
I-
forgiving murder?
Because I think he's an okay bloke.
Aw, they're bonding.
Hopefully
Yeah,
not too
6
much.
years of this bonding. Yep. Incrementally moving forward with our
Okay.
fucking relationship.
No one move, please. Smudge. Come here, darling.
No one moves. Smudge. Okay.
Come on, darling.
No one move, please, Smudge.
Yeah. Sorry, Smudge has come up and she wants to hang out.
She wants your cookies.
I don't have cookies. Hang on, I need to change. Okay, here we go. This will.
Eyes just appeared out of nowhere.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more light. That might help. Here we go.
Hello, Smudge.
Hi, Smudge. What are you looking up at, Smudge?
She doesn't want to look at the camera.
She's just a little bit camera shy.
It's okay.
And also, she doesn't like being in photos that often, but that's fine. Anyway, so Smudge, mate, you can't have my coffee.
That's the one thing that's strictly not for cats.
Well, she stuck her nose in it before, and she kind of gets like a little foam on her nose, and it's cute. But it also, I really like Smudge, but at that point I then pour my coffee out and make a new one because I'm like, hey, don't
Cats are
man.
gross. I love them, but they're gross.
Okay, that's pretty rude. Okay, she has feelings.
Cats, not cat. Not Catwick.
I think he was talking about Smudge that
Yeah,
time.
I was actually talking about Smudge then.
Cats are gross. I will die on this hill.
Okay, so, you have traveled a little bit past the doorway. You have now entered more of a natural tunnel. Angel, the stonework, like the stone of the tunnel, does seem vaguely familiar to you.
Do I look up and see a hole?
Well, no, because you're in a tertiary tunnel. But once you get to the center, yes.
I will say, I will warn everybody. So I almost fell into this chamber when I was badgering.
Okay.
I didn't see anything. It's very dark, but
I don't see anything either.
can I make a perception check to see if I hear anything?
I would like everyone to do a perception check, but you can have advantage because you asked.
The power of manners.
22.
Let me do a perception. I thought I was the nat one for a second. I was like, well, now hold on. The virtual dice says 18.
Yeah,
What the
Carol,
fuck?
for a moment, you think you've went blind, and then you realized you're blinking.
Oh, shoot. It's okay, guys. I'm fine.
Isn't Curl missing an eye?
No?
No.
I thought he was. I thought he got that crit. No. Did I make
Oh,
that up in a
shit, sorry.
dream?
While I remember, let's have a quick talk about crits. If you click on your token, you will notice that there are a lot of buttons above your token at the top of your screen. Or there should be, otherwise,
love
unless
buttons.
I fuck something up. I've changed how the crits work entirely
You
because
fucked something up.
you can't see them.
Yeah, it's
I can
it's
see
the
them.
no, it's the old one. It's the fumble and critical table for spells and
Okay,
weapons.
hang on. I'll fix it now. Visible. Oh, I know what I did. Whoops. Hang on.
Whoopsie days. As a zombie would say, womp womp.
So, this is something I do consistently, and I want to explain how it's not really my fault. It's a UI issue.
Okay, go on.
When you do macros, you get a little pop-up window that you can kind of edit, and it's got like name, actions, test macro, token action. Now, it doesn't tell you, but if you scroll down, it then does visible to players optional, and then you can add, who can do it. So until you scroll down, you don't see that option. But that's your only option that is scroll downable. So it's just hidden slightly off screen. So that's why it hasn't come up yet. So I am in the product. I am currently working out how to do make the crits a bit easier to kind of do and maybe take up less real estate at the top of everyone's screen. But essentially, I have replaced every crit from the previous crit table with a new crit table. The new crits are both kinder and meaner than the previous ones. Now if you roll like a 20 and then you roll like a 1, so like you crit and then you roll a 1, you just don't crit, it's just a normal hit. But in verse, if you roll a 20 for the crit, then you roll a second 20, you then can give people like lingering injuries. And if you roll a 20 on that, you can outright kill someone. So if you happen to be rolling 3 20s in a row, that's something you can do. Here is an example of a major injury. That is a 19. So that's 2 20s and a 19. Or that's 2 20s and 19. Yes.
Okay, so I know these are damage specific. On my thing, I only have all the magic damages and only bludgeoning for the physical one.
When you have a weapon that does more than one damage type, so let's say you have a dagger of venom, which does slashing and it does poison.
Never mind. Sorry. It for some reason it wasn't loading for a second. Now it's all there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But when you have a weapon that does more than one damage type, so the dagger of venom or Emmy's bow or whatever, before you roll the crit, like before you click the crit button, you say this is a poison crit or this is a slashing crit or whatever. It's mostly a magic weapon thing or a spell thing. It shouldn't come up that often, but for example, with Zombie, when he crits, he can choose to do Radiant for a Grendel or he can do Bludgeoning for a Grendel. And just as a statement on the Orcish crits and the Barbarian ones, you still get the additional damage dice. That's done passively. This is for normal crits. I think I have a rules thing I put somewhere, and I think I made it visible. I just don't think I told you guys to find it. Unless I didn't do that. That's also... Oh, here we go. Here's a thing for crits. But yeah, so it is now theoretically possible for a crit to outright kill someone now. It's super unlikely. You need 3 consecutive 20s to do it. It's possible. Unlikely. But there's also other stuff in there that's like... more temporary injuries. But if you like roll two 20s and then you roll anything on the last dice, it's going to be something lingering. It's just the only thing that can kill you is 3 20s in a row. Any questions on the crits?
Makes sense.
I think they're neat.
Okay, that's
I
2
can't wait
statements.
to one-shot this boss.
That's 3 statements. Any questions or just more statements?
No questions
No questions.
Okay,
Did
that's
you
5
want it-
for
statements.
now.
Did you? Okay.
Did you want questions? What questions do you want?
Boy,
Yes.
how neat are these? Question mark.
Can we see Smudge again?
You are.
Yes.
What if we want to see Melon?
Ellen.
Well,
was
then
so
I'd call you a fool.
I almost called her Tangerine. I'm sorry.
She's basically a tangerine.
Melon rechristened as Tangerine.
Yeah, I didn't name Melon. I wouldn't have named her Melon. Melon is not a flattering name. Anyway.
Also, she's like a small cat, so it doesn't even make sense, isn't she? No?
Yeah.
Was it the color?
No,
when she was a
no.
kitten?
So when we got her, she was kind of a bit portly. She was a fat kitten.
then never
this
gained weight for
chonker?
the rest of her life.
Yeah, like she was just a very round kitten. She was also really weird. Like when we got her, she didn't even have whiskers yet.
What a weirdo.
But
What are we?
yeah,
Call out Melon.
yeah, I agree.
Call out post on Melon.
Matter, that's a 20 on the slashing.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So,
Oh, how do I roll? Major injury? Go
so
for it.
I have those on my end because I assumed you guys didn't want any more token actions appearing, but I can add those up there. But I was worried that it might get bloated.
Roll one for me just to see if I double 20.
Crippled arm.
Damn.
Mate, you just destroyed the guy's arm.
This thing probably doesn't even have arms.
Maybe it has 8 of them.
So
it was
many
his
arms.
left arm.
Which one though,
one?
Cat?
God damn it.
Dun dun dun. His favorite.
Okay, so okay. Anyway, quick question on vision: who can see, who can't see, and who shouldn't be able to see?
I don't think I should be able to see because I have like a full range of vision.
Corley's
except
a
for cover.
torch.
Yeah, I think it might be torching.
Okay, can you see now?
Well, at least give me 5 feet or something. And
Well,
make
no. My
Tori
question is,
a-
can you see now? Just put Twirly in a wall.
Oh
Well,
no.
give her back.
I'll give her back
No.
when vision's worked out.
I can
Or
see
I
like
can-
my normal 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't even see that much. I can see my token. I'm completely blind.
So, I'm just gonna make sure I got this set up right. Do I? Yeah, I do have that bit set up right. So, Matt, I'm gonna give you your 5 feet of night vision. This isn't your main token, so it won't save it to there permanently, and we can worry about that later. But my question is, outside Twirly, is anyone doing a light source? Are there any lanterns? Is anyone getting a torch, light cantrip, etc.? Is there any of that shit happening?
Orb?
Nah.
Callista offers the party.
Do you want to use it
How
all?
long does that last?
An hour?
I mean, yeah, I can light spell,
Yeah.
or I can do the big
Let's-
one. It'll last an hour.
It's up to you.
I'll turn on the light spell,
Okay,
so
Cat.
the smaller version
Is it going to
lasts
be
better.
moving independently of you, or do you want me to just turn you into a light source?
I'm just it's gonna be on me because I don't particularly want to keep track of it.
Canonically, for those who are wondering, she's balancing the orb on top of her head.
It's true.
Okay.
You have excellent posture.
Thank you. I'll,
Do they teach that in wizard school?
You think she went to wizard school?
I'm gonna say yes and continue to let you believe I went to wizard school.
Okay, you guys may move. Oh, sorry. On that perception check, I need to find that under all the crits everyone rolled. Okay.
Like 22.
Nyx, Vali, Selwyn, you feel, it's not here as much, but you feel something moving within the earth.
That's big. Within the earth?
Within the earth.
I think we might be dealing with a big worm.
What are worms are this big? What are you talking about?
But like a really big one.
Now, to be
Is there
fair,
such a thing?
where Vali's from, there are actually fairly big worms.
Is there such a thing? I've
Like,
seen earthworms.
have you never heard the old nursery rhyme? Don't go outside after it rains, you'll get eaten alive, horrifically.
No.
It
Worms
doesn't really
aren't like
rhyme. It doesn't rhyme in your language, I'll give you that.
no. We have earthworms that are like this big.
Oh,
Just for everyone's benefit, where Murder's from, these creatures live. I'm posting it in the Discord.
yeah, mine get
They have this in Serbia.
No, in the Alaskan Islands.
Bali. Yeah, no, where Bali's home has these.
I
They
didn't know
managed.
Serbia was so crazy.
They managed
No,
to kill
the-
all their dragons. They haven't managed to kill all their worms.
Okay.
Like the Serbian worms get a little bigger.
But for reference, the size doesn't really, it's not easy to see in that picture, but the frost worms of the Alaskan Isles are gargantuan creatures.
Yeah, they get pretty big.
I don't know if Nyx believes you.
Okay. Volley doesn't really know how to
If you-
proceed
if-
from that.
If some people can think that raccoons aren't real, I don't know if she thinks that these big ass worms are real until she sees them.
Oh, that's her prerogative. Volley does not know how to proceed in the conversation with that information.
Well, either way, I'm sure it's something large and something that'll probably try and kill us because it's always something large and trying to kill us. So let's tread carefully and quietly.
I thought he said death was unlikely.
Well, no, he said death was more of a possibility in this one than the other ones, but still not the intention, I think, was how he
It's
meant
feeling
that.
pretty possible right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you running ahead?
Because I'm Volley.
No, get back here.
I love
Yeah,
how Volley
Captain, wait.
He's
speaks
probably
in third person.
captain, my captain.
Captain, get the fuck back here.
Oh no, he went right. This doesn't bode well.
He knows exactly where he's at.
I want to note for the record, from Vala's perspective, that was a left.
True. From our perspective, though.
What?
Cat doesn't move forwards, which is why you can't see.
Cat
Oh, hang
has it?
on. Oh, I know what
There is a
hang on.
wall.
There
It's a
shouldn't
worm.
be. The dynamic lighting has just died. One moment.
No, it happened. Volley is strong.
You've killed the dynamic lighting. Enemy one down.
Now, I could spend the next 20 minutes fixing the dynamic lighting. I don't think I'm going to.
Callista daylights and suddenly everything's bright and you don't have to worry about dynamic
So,
lighting.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys on a different map for 5 minutes, and we're going to do Theater of the Mind until you guys get to where you need to be.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
While I quickly work out how the hell did this happen. This is
Okay.
what I get for setting up a map 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, Roll20's updated so many times since then.
Unfortunate.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care.
It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, you bastard. Not you, Murder. The map. Okay, so you guys are proceeding forwards. May I have? Actually, I don't need to. The only person I need to ask is actually Murder. Murder, can I have your perception, like your passive?
Oh, passive?
Oh, actually,
14.
I don't need to ask you. I apologize. I have this. I know what your passive is. It's 14.
You're a little late on that, but it is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
27? Look at that good roll.
I was clicking that to see your passives, not the roll. My apologies.
I wasted a good 19.
Okay, you can keep it. Okay. You feel that it's the tremors are kind of most kind of focused to the far kind of northeast of you. You heading in that direction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you making any attempts to conceal your presence?
I mean, yes. The attempt is being made.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to try it at least. Nothing ventured.
Has it been more than an hour since I cast Cat's Grace?
No, it's been about 20 minutes.
Cool.
Oh, right. To GM, right?
Yes,
Whoops.
please.
No one look
Whoops.
at that.
Well, no,
You
all
don't
I have to do,
perceive.
okay, so I want a preference. I'm not going to do this, but all I have to do to teach you to do it to the GM layer is when you don't roll it to the GM layer, it's just subtracted by 5.
I want to think that would work. I really do.
I want to believe in
I
that
want to
work.
believe in myself, and I want to believe that would work. I simply cannot.
Is rolling stealth?
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah.
To the GM layer.
Boom.
By that she means, oh no, I nat one.
Oh, dang.
Boom is
I'm doing
only
great.
ever a negative description.
I'm like doing amazing, actually. I probably have the best stealth in the party right now.
But I wouldn't even say you're doing an elaborate tuning. No, that doesn't work.
What?
Don't worry.
Oh,
Making
okay.
a maze joke. It's fine. Okay.
Oh, I get it. Fuck
yeah.
off.
Yeah, it didn't quite work. Labyrinth is a large enough word that you can't really tack shit onto it. Okay. Nearly fix the map. So, what you used to be able to do with dynamic lighting is you used to be able to use the free draw tool to do dynamic lighting, so that you could kind of quickly knock up a map by just kind of just drawing on it as if you were doing it with a texture, and that's fine. Except they made it so you couldn't do that anymore because it now bugs. So you have to kind of do it all through the polygon line tool, which means that every time there's a direction change, you have to click the mouse button. So it's just a lot slower than it used to be. So that's why the map didn't work, because it was originally designed for. It was originally drawn with the freehand tool, but the update broke that. Okay, so Varley and Nyx, would you two be kind enough to roll me a dexterity save?
I don't get advantage to this, right? Because I don't see where it's coming.
You're aware of it being there, so I'll say you have advantage.
Okay, cool. Do you want this one public?
Oh yeah, you can roll this one public. Nyx, did you have advantage on that? I need you to quickly double check Cat's Grace, because that's the difference between a failure and a pass. Now, Varley, you just passed twice. Good job.
Nice.
Okay.
That doesn't count for anything, but it does earn volley points.
It's cool.
Target has advantage on dexterity checks.
Butts. Okay. Nearly there. I'm just drawing one section of the map just so that we can do the kind of the boss room, air quotes, without you guys just seeing through all the walls, because I guess that's the hill I'm dying on today. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll actually put you guys on the map. The boss is on the GM layer, so you won't see them yet. But feel free to work out the formation you guys want to walk in.
Which direction did we come from?
You
What'd
came
you
from
say?
the north. You are near the kind of bottom, middle, south of the map now.
Okay. Oop.
Not boop.
Someone
Someone get back
immediately
here.
takes a corner, like just immediately.
Now,
Someone
Emmy,
comes into a room and like finds a corner. Like doesn't leave the wall, finds a corner.
I will remind you, you're on a. That's concerning. I just clicked the absolute worst button I could have pressed. One moment. How do I unpress that? Did I? Okay, I unpressed it.
God, sorry. I'm being very yawny today.
I didn't even hear you yawn, man.
I'm not. I don't hold on the button when I yawn. It's just I've been taking yawn breaks.
Could you give
every
us
few
like a
seconds.
yawn ASMR?
No.
Please
What?
don't. No.
That's so fucking weird. No, I'm not gonna like grab my fucking microphone and yawn into it.
I like ASMR, but that will drive me nuts.
I don't even like ASMR. I don't get it. But the idea of it being yawns is funny to me, because yawn is it's the thing that everyone hears and then they yawn. So I guess that's just ASMR mind control. Okay. Is that all the proximity? Okay, cool. That's good enough for now. Okay, cool. So, Vali and Nyx, I'm gonna have you two next to each other just so that the deck saves make sense in my mind. Nyx, can you quickly mark yourself concentrating? Because I presume
Maybe.
that you're gonna. Well, you click on yourself and then click status, and then.
Oh my god, all the buttons.
Yeah, that is a lot of buttons now.
You guys
Good,
think
okay.
you guys think you have a lot of buttons.
This is only a fraction of Patmore's buttons.
You cannot know his power.
I'm just posting how many buttons I have. This is the top bar buttons. I also have that many on the bottom as well. So
Such power.
Holy shit.
So many options.
yes, Angel.
I said holy shit.
Oh, I agree. Cat, put your festering wound away.
I think necrotic damage. Ooh, radiant. Oh, no, go again. Yay.
In
You've
theory,
given me buttons. I'm gonna press them.
in theory, I'll put it out there in the future. If you guys want less buttons because it's crowding your screen, I can always keep all the buttons in the jam layer.
No, I
and then-
require buttons.
Fine.
Okay. Hey Murder, hey Angel. This is what just reached itself out of the ground to try and eat you two.
It was a worm.
It was a worm. You're right.
Dirt flavored instead of ice flavored.
It's almost as
it
if like
bigger?
I have. Oh, it's you don't know. Only part of it's hanging out right now.
I'm gonna preemptively just roll my concentration check.
Well, where are we at with that? You failed.
Did I?
You rolled an 8. You didn't have advantage on the dex save.
Oh, okay. Deck save.
Yeah.
We're still there.
He didn't do like 1,000 damage to you for you to fail like the concentration. No.
So, Murder, good news is
Yep.
you're over here. Bad news is you guys see it come up and you don't see Nyx.
Oh no.
Nyx, you are
Did it
currently
rain?
What's the biggest thing I can turn into right now?
Well, if it helps, this is an elemental, so in theory, you can't turn into this.
What kind of
Like-
elemental?
Earth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was thinking I was way off for some reason.
Yeah, it's a giant worm from the elemental plane of Earth. If you banish
Do you want me to roll initiative? Real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah,
Will I
maybe.
be banished?
I will have to look at the rules on that because in theory, Nyx may or may not also be banished.
Okay. But if Nyx is banished, she would come back in a minute if she survives. Because she's not native to the plane.
Yes.
Yeah, but you'd have to survive in this stomach for a minute. In this thing's stomach for a minute.
Yeah, and you take
so
damage
probably
every
not the
round you're in
best.
there.
Probably
Yeah,
not
let's
the
get
best
let's
idea.
get her out first.
Yeah, let's pop this sucker open and fish Nyx out of there.
Okay.
I like how Torley got top initiative. That's my favorite part.
Okay.
Hey, Nyx.
So, Nyx. Oh, I need to tell you what happens. You're inside its tummy. Which isn't great, but
But it's a rock elemental, earth elemental.
it's an elemental, yes. But so I'll tell you where you're at the start of your turn. You're blinded, you're restrained, you're under total cover. You will take some damage, which I will roll now. You take 2d6 bludgeoning, 2d6 slashing, and 2d6 acid.
Not great.
Which I'll apply
Wow.
to you, and I'll half the acid because I know you're resistant to that. So
There's
7
not like
plus 5 plus 4.
not a lot of good sides to that one, I will admit.
So you may now take
Yeah,
your
not a lot
turn.
of positive ways to spin that.
Keep in mind you're blinded and restrained, and if you're considering turning into a badger and climbing out, Burrow won't let you burrow through a earth elemental. If it doesn't let you do unworked stone, it doesn't let you do giant rock monsters. However, in theory, you could turn into something else that is too big for it to be inside of it, or you could turn into something else that's small enough that might be able to fly out, or climb out, or whatever. So, what would you like to do?
I don't know.
Okay, I will quickly
Fuck.
open up the beasts list for you, and I'll see if I have a suggestion. I wouldn't recommend any fish.
No.
Just a delicious snack for it at that point.
I got swallowed. Let me turn into a carp. Let me just like.
Well, there is actually one fish I'd recommend, but not on a monster made of stone. Like, if you're swallowed by a dragon, maybe turn into a super toxic pufferfish. But the stone
Yeah, I'm
monster
going
wouldn't give a
down,
shit.
but I'll take you down too.
Well, it might throw you up though. Okay, so Nix, you can go to CR half. So that gives you 1/8, 0, 1/4, 1/2. Okay. On your list, you have alligator, ape, baboon, badger, bat, bilivy, black bear, boar, bull, camel, cat, cave goat, which is different than regular goat apparently, constrictor snake, cow, crab, rat, crocodile, deer, dolphin, draft horse, elk, flying.
If I turned into a large creature, would it have to spit me up?
You'd have to turn into a huge creature. It can fit large and smaller. I don't know if I've ever.
Would stone shape work on this thing?
I don't believe so. I'll put it out there for the record, mostly for Cat's benefit. For those who are interested, I have a giant honeybee in my in my compendium.
Fuck yeah.
It's
We gotta
1/4.
meet one of those.
Yeah, but what if you turn into a whole
Okay.
fucking draft horse?
What
That would be funny.
if I cast enlarge on myself and then turned into a creature that is large? Would that creature then be huge?
Yes,
I like it.
but that is 2 actions, so that would take 2 turns to do. But it is possible.
I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna cast enlarge on myself.
Yeah.
Drop concentration on the being Dexy.
So your large options are camel, constrictor snake, cow, crocodile, draft horse, elk, giant goat, giant lizard, giant riding lizard, which is its own thing apparently. Giant eel, giant seahorse, ox,
I'm just
riding
gonna go
horse,
crocodile.
sea lion, war ostrich.
I mean, I'm gonna go crocodile, but I mean, on the first turn, I have to cast enlarge on myself.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I'm just going to take a quick look at giant riding lizard.
No, Patmore, this is where you go. Now, if you were a druid of the moon.
I'm not going to rub salt in her wound.
Oh, the one time.
Murder.
But he's right. If you were moon druid, it wouldn't be a problem. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's this is like a rare wound he chooses not to salt.
No, every time like her
Or-
druid subclass has like a shortcoming, he mentions moon druids.
Question.
Yep.
Would the Staff of the Peaks work on this thing?
Hang on.
I mean, I'm restrained, which is a
what?
problem, but
No, it's not. It's not like your to hit is not high. Yeah, it would
I
work on
feel
this.
like as someone who is inside a creature, their AC should be lower.
Like, the AC of his stomach lining is lower than the AC of his hide, yeah.
We're just gonna try the enlarge thing to start, I guess.
Okay.
Um,
If you want, like what's your mod with the staff?
plus 10?
You have better than 50-50 odds of hitting him. You know, most creatures, when they take enough damage, they puke.
Fine. We'll hit it.
Okay.
Whack. Staff of the Peaks. I'll bonus action Shillelagh. I do this at disadvantage?
Yep.
Or normal?
Disadvantage.
Great.
Unfortunately, you can't flank from inside the stomach.
17.
Okay, that is high enough to hit his outside AC, not, let alone his inside AC.
Thank fuck. Alright. Boom. He needs to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
He
that was not
really
fire
wants to.
damage. I think he shouldn't.
But
So he takes 42 force damage plus 13 bludgeoning.
he does.
Good job.
I'm pretty sure he's spitting you out.
Yeah, does he vomit up next?
We'll know in a moment.
Nyx got eaten and she came out larger. Or no,
She-
you didn't do that.
She hasn't enlarged yet.
Ah, that would be funny though.
Okay.
Oh,
It has to do a con save.
and then it's gonna make it. Fuck.
If okay, let me find that DC. It is Nyx, roll me a D8. Cool. You are puked out against this wall. You will take full damage. You are also prone and covered in... max fall damage.
Ouch. Nyx's
Ow.
bones.
My most of me.
You are not mechanically hindered, but you have a lot of stomach gelatin with you.
I feel like Nyx has this. She does a
Yeah.
lot of damage to this thing.
Emmy, like, you think Nyx has it. You can take your turn if you want, but...
She's prone on the ground, having hit a wall covered in puke.
Yeah.
I got him on the ropes.
And she's, like, sizzling a bit, yeah.
Didn't even go down a color.
I went down a
He's greener
shade.
than I am.
Well, now, that's just
Yeah.
racist. Leave Carl out of this.
I'll take a
Don't
shot.
gaslight us.
Again, take
Well,
a
he's
shot.
probably a chunky boy.
This might surprise you, but a 29 hits.
Alright, I will do damage, but I'll also spend a prana point to attempt to banish it.
Okay, I now need to read how a spell interacts with this. Load compendium. Load faster. You're embarrassing me. Here we go. Now that's some damage at me. Ooh. Okay, you keep loading compendium. Let me see how you feel about acid, Mr. Worm. You don't feel acid, that is. Unfortunately, I mean, you find that it doesn't give a shit about your acid.
That's fine.
No,
Still dealt.
it's mean. and unfortunate. 14 plus 7. Nope, 14 plus 14. Okay, so... it can't be banished as there is enough. It can be banished. Okay. You can temporarily banish it. There is an effect on it that makes it consider this plane its native one, so it will be back at the end of the duration.
Okay, I wouldn't know that, so I'm probably just being.
Charisma save?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have a minute. What do you want to do?
I celebrate. I'm like, we got that, guys. This trial is really easy.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pull out of
I
the
guess
earth
I also
real quick.
celebrate. I'm like,
So
fuck
which way?
yeah, Selwyn. One shot Selwyn, that's why that's her name.
Is that your name?
Well, he killed like the sea dragon in one shot, so I assume so. Do you guys not earn titles when you do cool things?
No,
How did I
Is
not
that
know
a
this about
thing?
you, buddy?
because it's not true, Carl. That's why you didn't know.
Yeah, that's a thing. We do it in the Alaskan Isles all the time.
Yeah, as I'm casting a spell, that is, you just get titles for doing things.
Well, things of a certain prestige, yeah. Or things that are funny enough.
What titles do you have?
Hey, Callista, can you help me? This is disgusting.
Yeah. Hold still.
Meta, I'm gonna
So-
remind.
Takes for magic eraser.
Meta, I'm gonna
Yep,
remind
cover.
you. We've canonically said your title this session. It's Blockhead.
No, that's one of many.
Yeah, one of many, but like if you're trying to remember a title, that is one of them.
Well, Blockhead, Hollow Skull, Bloodstained,
Why?
Giant.
Why did
Sorry?
you get Hollow Skull?
Because I'm famous for not having any up there.
What? You
That's
have
what it's
plenty.
mean.
Wait,
That
up
is very
where?
mean.
Up where?
Can I have
Oh,
an initiative, everyone?
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
No,
That didn't
actually,
work.
it fucking appears behind Volley as he says up there like the fucking Titan from Attack on Titan.
But
Hold
yeah,
on.
Meta, can you
I'm
roll
sorry.
your initiative so I can roll
Yeah,
your
I'm
initiative,
sorry, I'm
everyone?
sorry.
Um,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
That's
There you
alright. Okay.
go. I need to think of more titles. Hold on.
You could be head block.
Thank you.
Okay,
I
it's
like
your
that
turn.
it got negative
Yep.
0.96.
Look, it's fucking Dex is 6, okay? Give it a break. It's sensitive about it.
I went from being first to being dead last. Okay, I'm
still-
not dead last.
He is
Yeah, you
Smudge,
still
though.
go.
Hi,
Yes.
Smudge.
Hi, Smudge.
Smudge has a very pretty green eyes when we can see them.
She does.
Also very
Okay.
small.
Very small. Okay. Cool.
How old
Yeah.
is she?
Cool.
You never ask a lady her age.
How old is
But-
she?
She's 4.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So if I were
Do I not
This
go
is-
first?
Yeah, Volley goes
Do you?
first.
Volley goes first for volley reasons, yes.
Well, you need to sort everything.
I have.
Well, I was
You
just
didn't
waiting on
before?
him to do that. Bonus action
I'm under
rage,
attack
gonna
by
decide.
Smudge. What can I do?
Extenuating circumstances.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
just wants your pretzels.
It's actually trial mix.
Can't hit it yet.
I'd rather not.
Not you.
Oh, Smudge, you can't
All
have
right,
The
it.
16.
worm.
16.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Okay, cool. And 21 is obvious. Yeah.
No, that's a miss. You know, you have to hit its
Oh.
AC exactly or it's a miss. It's like
Oh, yeah,
Settlers
yeah.
of Catan.
That's how this game works now.
Okay.
Ooh, max damage on the last one.
No, you can keep that damage.
What?
Keep it to yourself. I don't need to see that damage.
Oh, I thought it was fucking immune or something, and I was about to be really sad.
Yeah, and I'd be an arsehole if that was the case. Like, you know, immune to magical slashing. What a dick.
Like, I'd be upset about it. It's like, oh, okay, I just won't. I'll fight it. I guess I'll like punch it until it rolls over dead. All right, that is my
Cat's
turn.
your
though.
turn.
I'm ready.
Like, I saw a D&D meme yesterday, and it was like, it was using like a Full Metal Alchemist kind of gif in the background, but it was like, what happens when you run into an enemy that you can't hurt like a werewolf? Like, does it feel pain? Because if the case is yes, then you just keep going out with your sword until it gives up.
Okie doke. I guess I will. It's a thing made of inorganic stuff, so if I do shatter on it, it's got disadvantage.
That is true. Your DC is also high enough that I doubt it can pass a period. Oh, you're Cat. Remember, Titanic Leyline.
Oh yeah, Titanic Leyline. Okay, yeah, I'll do shatter plus leyline stuff.
Okay, so roll your Leyline check.
Leyline stuff.
You fail. What level
Beans.
were you casting Shatter at?
Third.
Third, which means the DC is 13. You fail by exactly 5. You get a backlash.
Beans.
Could she jangle it?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to jangle that at least to not have the backlash.
I was about to use a table that I haven't had a
Okay.
chance to use yet, but that's alright.
It worked this time. Good thinking, Angel.
Okay, Cat, where are we? I put that table away because you don't use it enough. One moment. Let me pull it back out.
Yeah.
Titanic, TT for Titanic. Okay. Titanic Leyline. The area is doubled.
And well, okay, he's more. I'm doing it like on him, so still
So,
kind of.
where exactly were you centering it on? Like his where he's in the ground, his head.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do it like where he, like more towards his base, where he is coming out of the ground, just to see if I can like do some damage
Okay.
there.
What's a radius to start with?
Fantastic question.
I think it's 15 feet. It might be a little bit more. Radius of 10 feet, so it's now 20 feet. Murder is within 20 feet.
Beans.
So is a lot of the ground.
What
So,
did you
Angel,
say?
can I have a con save for the ground?
How do
It's
I roll a
probably
con
fine,
save for the
guys.
ground?
Actually, no, I think Pathfinder there. I think. Don't worry about it. Murder. Sorry, Cat. Just roll damage on the ground. Let's see what it's at.
What about the creature?
It's rolling 2.
Oh, that was boring. Bad damage.
Hey, Cat.
Yeah.
It's vulnerable to thunder.
Better damage. Still not great, but better.
What'd you roll?
Oh, I rolled the GM. Math. 30.
32.
Math. 32.
I guess a quick question.
Yeah.
Since it is taking double from thunder, do I add my siege monster stuff to it or no?
That says only structures, though, right?
Structures, constructs, that sort of thing. Like on constructs, I get a D8. I double my damage against structures.
You would
I'm
consider
asking about the D8.
it would be a D8 then. You can just throw 2d out at the wall and I'll do it. Now.
Okay, okay. I was asking more about. Oh, fucking hell.
So, I just want to know, that's what it's like after the shatter. I'll now add the 14.
Haha, stupid. Oh,
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Kat, how much damage did you do? I do half it, but I did take it.
She did 16.
Okay, cool. I will take 8.
Cool. Selwyn, it's your turn again. The worm looks fucked up.
I shoot it.
Oh, there you go. That hits.
I will do a draining arrow on this one.
Would it surprise you if I said Cat left it with less hit points than your roll to hit is?
No.
Okay.
So I didn't put any acid in there because you said it didn't care about that. So that's
It
just
doesn't care
piercing
about
and
Wait, did you
necrotic.
mean less than 10 hit points?
No. Cat left it with less than 25 hit points.
Oh, okay.
Emmy, you kill it.
See? One shot Selwyn.
So
That
when
was
I
like that was
said
two
it's
shots, Elwyn.
vulnerable to thunder, I mean it takes quadruple thunder damage.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
Damn!
Man,
So-
you really fucked this thing up, Kat.
with your 16.
Yay.
Cat did something like 120 thunder when all the math was done.
Damn.
Nice.
How unexpected.
Vali kind of looks at the Callista and scratches his like beard. Earthbreaker, Callista.
Oh, maybe not that one when we're in the Earth People's home.
Yeah, they
You know,
might take that the wrong way.
Suggestion for inner fort within Vali's head: Wormslayer. Wormbreaker?
No, because Selwyn. No. Because Selwyn killed it. He's the Worm Slayer.
I look around. Is there like any direction that it looks like we should go?
You notice a hole several hundred feet above you in the ceiling that you left.
How? I can see that far.
Well,
You
see
know it's
light.
there.
Okay.
Oh, light
well,
is coming down it? Okay.
Which way should we go?
You
Are there
also
more
notice-
vibrations?
No, you killed the one worm. I will say, in the hole in the ceiling, you would notice 2 eyes.
Whose eyes?
It's not
Roll.
the night mommy, right? Where's that more?
He's he's buffering. Give him a second.
Emmy, roll a d100. Angel, roll a wisdom check.
You've earned this D100 at
A
me.
perception?
Yeah, sure. The answer for your question, Emmy, is yes and always.
No, fuck.
19.
I don't know. They look a little earth druidy.
I wave.
The eyes don't wave back.
Locke, what are you doing?
Locke? Where's Locke?
You don't
It's not Locke.
you don't necessarily think your voice kind of reaches several hundred feet above you.
I don't see him, guys.
Could you do me a favor and ask him really loudly what he's doing?
Can I shout?
I don't think you need to ask.
No, like, can I shout loud enough for it to actually reach him?
You know a con check.
Oh, con. Okay. Is if con or fortitude? I guess is what I'd ask.
And this would specifically be con.
Cool.
If you roll on that one,
Con.
that's just you biting your tongue as you try to yell.
That's just only a 16.
You would hear back. You've done well, I guess.
Can I cut him off and go, what do you think about Earthbreaker as a title in general?
Oh no.
What?
I punch you like weakly, but I definitely punch you in the arm.
I guess it depends on the context.
I shout back, Rockworm.
Yes, it was.
Are you coming down?
Do we think it was Locke's rockworm?
I don't want to ask that question.
We were supposed to kill it, weren't we?
I mean, it
When
tried
you
to
tried
eat
to-
me.
When you think you're done, I'll meet you back up here.
I like how he uses the whole "you made Angel" to spy on us. Like otherwise, he'd just wait at the top, presumably. But now he's using the whole.
Now he gets to be a little nosy.
How do we? Okay, let's just get out of here before
I mean, we
more
can retrace
worms.
our steps. Or...
Why would we
go.
want to go back up?
No, that's
Is-
true.
Like, I
So
know
are
we
we
have
out
to
of
go.
the cave?
Yeah, can we search for a way out, or do we have to go all the way back?
You can roll a perception check. Sorry, investigation check.
I'm gonna
I'll
help
do
Kat do that.
it. Can I do it independently of them?
Yeah. And Carol, you can roll Eye of the World.
Oh,
Carl
no.
jumps down the wormhole. Like, no, get back here.
Carl,
But he somehow
lives in a
still ends
wormhole.
up on top.
Yeah.
Oh, we get one of
Yzma and
those,
Kronks his way in
yeah.
there.
Yes, Kat, if you looking around, you notice, made out of stone, nearly invisible against the stone behind it, there is a ladder going all the way up.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Time to exit stage ladder. Exit stage up. Stage directions are reversed. Just exit stage down.
I don't
Would
know.
be
I just go up
technici-
the ladder.
It would be fly up.
We
Because
only
you-
did wire work once, and I almost killed my friend Natalie on it. So
almost.
almost.
Right.
Does she live today?
When last I checked, yes.
And that was how long ago?
Like a couple weeks.
I'll check again. Okay, so you guys make it all the way back up. Anyone who wants to tempt fate may do like a athletics or acrobatics check. If you roll a 1, you fall off, but it's up to you if you want to make that roll.
No, I'm good.
I just walk up the wall.
Show off.
I'm being very careful.
Oh damn, Carl!
Carl, you
God.
start.
Getting. Go ahead.
Carol, you don't find the ladder. What you do is you just start pushing your fingers and feet into the wall as you climb.
I'm
Same
just
with you,
gonna
Volley.
jump on Volley's back and ride all the way up. That's what I'm doing.
He's gonna look over at Carl if he can even see him and go, "That's why he's Pathfinder Carl."
What's my name?
Phoenix Keeper.
Treenix Keeper.
Phoenix.
Phoenix Keeper.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually-
that's not bad.
I prefer Trinix Keeper.
He hasn't seen her do stuff with trees. Where would that even come from?
I thought that's what you said, Treenix, and I'm like, well,
Uh,
tree and my name.
Trinix Keeper. It's cool.
No.
Phoenix Keeper. Okay.
Anyway, you make it back up. Lunch has been set out.
Oh, badass. Probably just
Solid.
that.
Hey, Callista, could you finish cleaning me off? I think we got interrupted.
I've been prestidigitizing. I can passively prestidigitizing us in the background because sometimes I feel ashamed of how we look in public.
I can understand that.
I'm offended.
You
Can
shouldn't
I-
be. I prestidigitize you as well.
Pat Mark?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like Vali to load up on as much food as possible and then manifest behind Locke to ask him more questions.
That's all right. He is standing near the food.
No, I'm making like a tower of food unless it's like all like soup.
Like, there's no plates, and it's all finger food, but you can have like a pile in one hand that you're then eating from.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, question, Locke.
Yep.
Why was the trial killing the worm?
You didn't have to kill the worm.
What did we have to do?
Well, you had to, circumvent, defeat the worm, but you didn't have to kill it. I want to clarify. I'm not shaming on you for killing the worm. It's a, it's a mindless beast from the elemental plane, but
It tried to eat me.
You did eat you for a little bit.
it's a
It
mindless
wouldn't
beast.
stay
That's what
home.
it does. Yep, that would
What?
defeat the purpose of the thing if you could just send it home.
Well,
Mhm.
most druids can't just send it home.
Yeah, you gotta have cool
Well, it
friends.
depends what tribe you're from.
What?
It depends what tribe you're from.
Other tribes can cast that spell?
Well, yes.
Which one?
Which spells or which tribes?
Which tribes? I know the spell, she does it. I point at Callista.
Callista feels very accused about a spell she doesn't know.
I don't think she does.
Oh.
Callista can
He
identify
does
the
it.
spell.
I point at Selwyn.
I just shoot things.
With spell
So-
effects.
Selwyn's still in denial about the magic thing. It's fine.
I can't answer the question on the elf. I don't understand how their stuff works.
Never change Jeffy, please.
But any druid, if they're powerful enough, can cast this spell.
Well, I'm not there yet. I'm hoping to get there one day.
Good luck.
So that was the trial? The whole trial?
Well, that's a practical part.
So do we have theory now?
She has theory.
Book-
The
Oh,
practical
it's not an activity. I'm sorry.
yes. Block.
So just to like reiterate, I'm not a druid now.
Would you like to become a druid?
I've never been good with magic.
If you want to become a druid, we can teach you. But no offense, you
don't-
just seem a little bit angry to learn.
Yeah, I tried becoming a what do you guys call it? A shaman once. I think I heard a divine piss off, and I just went to smack things.
He's going to put a little bit more food on your plate and then kind of edge around the table a bit. So, aside from the worm, how did you find it?
Carl
It was
let us do it.
interesting. Yeah. Carl points at the half-orc. He's got a knack for these sorts of things. He always seems to he's a finder of things.
Ooh, that's a good one. Finder Carl.
Is that true, Carl?
I didn't do anything. I just walked.
That's how he finds things.
I understand.
It's never a purposeful thing. It's more fate or a capricious god or some curse he was waylaid with as a youth.
Could be Grendel.
Could be the giant dwarf and his magic hammer. Yes, that could also be it.
Right, I'm not going to ask questions about that.
Probably for the best.
So, going to the meta for a bit. It will take a bit of time to do the kind of attuning yourself to the elemental plane of Earth and kind of learning the stuff that you're meant to learn here. So, my question is for everyone else. What do you want to do?
Ask questions.
You have. How many days are you going to ask questions for? I guess is my
The
question.
entire time we're here.
So,
The
how long it takes is going to be determined by a roll by Nyx, but let's say it takes 3 months, for example.
No, the entire time we're here still, yes.
Are you seeking to become a druid?
Nope, just curious.
Okay, so Vali is asking questions. Carl, what are you doing?
Good question.
Aha.
Okay, I'll get back to you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Kat, you have potentially 3 months. What are you doing with it?
I think Murder might have a question.
No, he's waiting.
No. Just a slight addendum. I would
Mhm.
I would like to like do the thing where I join them if possible. I don't want to be a druid, but I do want to like integrate myself into the community.
Okay. You want to join membership and get the newsletter? I understand.
Yeah, I don't really have an address, so just find me.
No, it's like the second Monday of every month, just like an owl comes down and drops a letter and then leaves.
Yeah.
Okay, Kat?
I think Callista would be probably trying to do ley line stuff because
Can
she's
you
on the Titanic
expand
one.
on that?
Yeah, so there's only so many Titanic ley lines in the world, and she's on one
There's at least
with people
4.
who. Yeah, she's on one with people who know about ley lines.
Mhm.
So, I guess she just kind of just blanket try and study that.
You want to take some time to study geomancy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let me get my geomancy stuff open. Carl, going back to you, what are you doing, mate?
Are there any dwarves in the community?
Roll a
Dwarves, you say.
D100.
Now, out of curiosity, what's actually the cutoff point between dwarves in your world and just short humans?
There are different species.
Unlike
Yeah, but
rocks.
like
a little
but-
bit more than usual.
Like,
Okay,
they
but
live
liking rock.
much longer. They
No,
have like
no.
native
I meant
immunity
like
to poison.
No. What I meant was the identifying factor. Like, let's assume they.
Oh,
look
you mean what
similar
height
because-
does a man have to be before he's just considered a dwarf?
Well,
I
no.
don't know.
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No. What height can a man be? Even if we're considering like dwarfism, which is probably not how it's named.
People can be dwarf-sized in this thing without being
That'd be
Dwarf.
unfortunate.
like to be fair to Carl, I think anyone with a beard under 5'5", he just assumes is a dwarf.
Well, he'd ask some questions first, I assume.
And every now and again, he finds someone who just goes along with it. Okay. Carl, there is a dwarf druid here.
The one.
He's gonna be with his people and chat this guy up the whole 3 months.
Okay, Carl, you have a 700-year dwarf you can hang out with.
Oh, I do want to mention.
Yep.
It doesn't necessarily have to be Locke that he's asking all these questions if he's too busy, like, quizzing Nyx.
Locke is one of the only people here that speaks the language you speak, Murder. It kind of has to be Locke.
Oh. Well, I'd give it the old college try anyway.
What
Well,
languages do they speak?
Primordial, specifically Terran.
They speak Druidic, perchance.
Yeah, they're druids. But I mean, like, I'm for Murder's front. Unless he speaks Primordial, he pretty much can only speak to Lockyer.
Okay.
Unless somebody speedruns teaching me Primordial.
But we haven't even given you the English letters yet, or the common letters yet.
No, you haven't.
So, Amy, what are you doing?
Sorry, I stepped away for a bit. How long?
You don't exactly know. Angel is going to determine that based on how well she rolls.
Sorry, guys.
So,
A
it
max
might
of
be
3 months.
Right?
Right?
I said no. It's an average of 3 months.
I thought you said max.
I may have misspoke, but it can be more than 3 months. It can be a lot less than 3 months.
So
In
like,
theory, it can be a year.
oh damn.
I really hope it's not a year.
We're
I'm gonna
just
need
chilling
Calista
on our
next to
rock.
me when I jangle, so she can jangle a bad roll.
Oh yeah, your comfort Callista.
Yep.
Okay.
My
so,
emotional support time wizard.
so, Emmy,
Yeah.
if you were given, let's say, 3 months here,
Oh.
what would you do?
Well, I'd probably keep at working on my different reports. I wasn't really given an explicit task for my new job, and then I took a 3-month vacation. So, do a bit of that. Maybe some pottery.
Okay.
Avoid Nyx as much as possible.
Why?
Why?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Selwyn
gotta
reasons.
study.
No, you've been added to the board. I'm sorry.
The board has spoken.
Now, Emmy, can I have a D100 to see if there's anything conspiratorial that happens in your time?
No.
Okay.
Do you want a different role?
I kind of do. That roll doesn't really help me.
Okay, I'll do another one.
It's exactly 50.
It is exactly 50, yeah.
It is.
Yep, it always is.
Okay, that makes it marginally easier to know what happens. She rolled a
Oh,
51.
well.
50.
Well, I mean, we're getting there.
I would ask for another one to see if it's 52, but I don't want to ruin this, so I'm not gonna get you to roll again.
Next one would be 49. Just going both ways.
Oh yeah, achieve equilibrium.
Yep,
So,
perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
no. Anyway, Angel, let me open your sheet. We'll start there. Now, Cat can help you twice. In theory, in the meta, technically she could help you on every roll because they're not next to each other, but also she can't help you do a roll that dictates like a month of study. So we're just going to go with she can let you reroll too. So, to start with, I need a... Oh, okay. No, don't worry. To start with, I need an insight check. I'll let you do the two re-rolls at the end once all the rolls are done. So just roll them now, and then we'll worry about re-rolls later. Okay. Yes, and do keep them all on the gem layer. Next, I need a nature roll. Okay. Next, can I have a survival roll? Okay. Can I now have a intelligence? Okay. Now wisdom. Okay. And lastly, a wisdom save. Okay. You have 6 rolls there. 2 of them, in theory, can be re-rolled. Which 2 would you like re-rolled?
Do you want me to just roll them, or do you want me to say
Yeah, if you could dictate it, that would make it easier for me.
nature and wisdom?
And do you want to share with the class where you want those re-rolled?
Rolled a 10 on nature and an 8 on my wisdom check.
And
God damn.
and what
My
class?
intelligence check was 13.
What class are you pretending you were to be again? Was it the wisdom caster or was that the intelligence caster?
I don't know what happened.
Okay, so you, okay, the nature has been improved by 9.
I rolled a natural 20. Thank you, Kat.
You are
Emotional
welcome.
support Callista coming
My
in clutch.
emotional support time
It's-
wizard came in clutch.
What I'm here for, y'all. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
Oh
Kat,
yeah, no, she turns southern when
yeah,
she's
Kat,
an
you can put that
emotional
southern
support.
away.
See, now you've given me a direct request. I don't want to obey it.
Okay, Kat, I implore you to just be Southern Cat forever now.
You've put the contrarian in me in an awkward spot.
I know.
Maybe I'll just become Scottish.
Do it.
the side grade of this entire conversation, a Scottish accent.
But who doesn't like a Scottish accent? Probably the Irish. Anyway. So, good news is it's not going to be a year.
Okay.
With your rolls at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes, well, they're all passes, but 5 exceptional passes. So, it's only going to be... it's only going to be 17 weeks.
Ah, damn.
So a little over 4 months.
We had a
The
little
nat
bit of
20
time.
didn't help?
It took a month off.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna preface this. If you have anything else to say about like that's plot relevant, I'll shut up. But I do have questions.
Awesome.
Well, as part of like the whole integrating myself, like those rituals, can I do a few rolls to see how much primordial I pick up?
Yeah, do you want to start with an intelligence check?
Yeah.
And then we can work out if we just want to stop there.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for advantage in the stupidest way I've ever done. Which is more as a character, I feel like Volley would actually be unironically good at picking up languages because he travels a lot, and Common isn't even his native language, and he does not go to school. If not, I will just roll it. I just
No,
wanna
no,
put that
I'm
out.
walking through the labyrinth that is Varley's world. So I just want to clarify, your logic is you have advantage on learning languages because Varley is uneducated and has picked up languages in the past just by hanging out with people.
No, he just has a knack for picking, for intuiting his way around languages, is how I would put it.
Okay, sure.
Cool. Intelligence, right?
Yeah. Good luck, Blockhead.
God, no, Blockhead's coming in hard. That's a 7.
So keep in mind, Primordial is 4 languages.
Well, it'd be the one he's exposed
Yeah.
to. It's the Earth one. Yeah.
Terran.
So what we can do is pull a Shadowrun here and say you have level 2 understanding in Terran, which is you can't read, you can't do anything complex, but you can do the where's the bathroom and small talk.
Cool.
If that makes sense.
You know, tourist primordial.
He knows tourist Terran. He knows enough to try and pick up those Earth Elemental chicks.
I don't think there are any here, but that's fine.
Earth Elemental chicks, no. Elementals generally are genderless because they're rocks.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm just taking that for granted.
Fuck off.
You're right, Emmy.
That was a bad one.
It was.
I will say, Angel, whenever you have a moment of free time, Vali is there to ask about your fire tribe.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, do you guys also live on like a big mountain?
Around one. We don't really live in it because it's on fire.
So you're not immune to fire?
No.
Well, no, it's because this guy could move through rock. I thought you guys could like move through fire.
Well, I can turn into creatures that are less affected by fire.
As a by the by, when you eventually go back to your tribe and do the last one, you will actually be immune to fire.
Thank you, Locke.
No. That's your inner voice.
Oh, it's not Locke.
Who sounds a lot like
manifesting?
Locke and Fergus.
It sounds like a lot of people in this.
It's
one.
almost as if everyone is Australian, even your inner voice.
On the inside,
Oh.
we're all Australian.
So
We've
I
reached
will-
the truth.
I will caveat. Apparently, I will be eventually become immune to fire if I survive long enough.
Oh. He kind of works it over and says, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I have to go to the other. I mean, if I pass this one, she's like studying for finals, cramming. And then go to the air and the air and the ice tribes, and then I have to go back to Emberfall to do the final trial.
So did you have like a pre-trial there, or did they just set you out here?
No, they just basically said you're old enough, time to go, come back when you're done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
As Locke pointed out, apparently the Ember Falls don't necessarily give as much background on that sort of thing as the druids here to their young druids set out. It would explain why, not as many come back to our tribe.
Oh, that's a bummer.
They probably just got bored and joined a smaller circle, to be real.
Can you do that?
Why not?
I don't know druid rules. Like in Viking rules, you can just kind of leave and join a different raiding party.
Well, the biggest problem for Emberfall druids is that we all live and grew up on the very small island. Everybody knows each other, and there are no side tribes. There are no other circle of druids on that island. So the trick to me, at least as far as I can tell, is finding another circle if you don't want to go back. Which, from my understanding, there's like 4 in Vermilion. So
And you know,
that's what you
people
told
already
me.
Did I say something?
You made a face.
pointing at God. I see you. Fucking give me the shit.
Look, I made a face because you said there's like 4, and I was thinking like, there's more than 4, and then you did the in Vermilion part. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that is correct.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if I want to stay in Emberfall forever, but I want to finish the trials. It's important to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like it's a good point to orient yourself around until you've seen more of the world.
and I'm going to see a lot of the world.
Lucky.
Well, you might get to come with me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Let's roll those dice. Meta, roll a con check.
Oh yeah, no, cardiac arrest. I fall over and die due to a poor diet.
Dead.
Unidentified arrhythmia of the heart.
Done so young. Wipes a tear.
I haven't seen you roll yet, Meta.
Oh, you were okay. Hold on.
So mean.
No advantage. So 16.
16. You may live today.
Oh yeah, we're on a countdown now. Daily con saves for tomorrow.
You have the Shadowrun, the
Borrowed
negative
time,
feat.
yeah, yeah.
Borrowed time, which you've rolled it. Okay, so here's a wild thing, everyone. In Shadowrun, you can have positive and negative feats, and one of the negative ones is called borrowed time. At the start of every session, the GM rolls 3d6 behind the screen, and if at any point the dice, the 3d6s are all the same number, that player will randomly die during that session.
That's
So if you've taken
literally
this,
hilarious.
but like normally you take it's like borrowed time, cancer or something. Like you have something that it's connected to. So at any point during that session, the GM can be like, okay, and Ned, your heart explodes. The heart attack finally happened. Oh, well, that's it. My character just died.
The doctors always told me it was coming, but I didn't believe
Yeah.
them.
Okay. Cat, can I have a intelligence check, please?
D'accord. Oh,
Okay,
not
keep that
great.
French to yourself. I think that was French, right?
Yeah, no, you should have stuck to your guns.
Oh. I find all
Cat.
French kind of sounds like French, if that makes. Like, I know that sounds obvious, but French has a very specific sound, like noise it makes. Like I find German can be a bit more confusing, but I think French is only ever French, or Canadian French, but that's its own bag of worms apparently.
Cat, try to like slip some Latin by him.
Okay. Sure. I'll draw upon my 2 years of Latin and see if I can remember how to conjugate.
I also took 2 years of Latin and remember none of it.
It was the most useless, but I had fun while I was doing it, so it's fine.
Okay. Emmy.
All right, you two put your brains together to like trip Patmore up on French and Latin. Cool.
Emmy, can I have a dexterity check for your pottery? Emmy, you're muted. Unmute yourself so we can hear your sadness.
No, it's just 4 months of nothing for Selwyn.
You want to grow
He
a
brings
beard?
his final project to the to the class. It's just like the most ugly fucking bowl you've ever seen.
So I'll put it
it's
this way:
beautiful.
you have 4 months, Emmy. After 3 weeks of zero progress, do you give up and try something else?
Yeah, I'll try a different hobby.
Okay, what's that hobby?
Oh, Selwyn does not know what to do with his time off. / does not want to do anything responsible right
You know,
now.
there's an entire city with a population of like 10,000 at the base of Terrace Rise. You don't have to be up here the whole time.
Oh yeah, I'll walk down the mountain and do some work in the town.
What sort of work do you want to do?
Anything that pays.
There's a lot of work that pays, Emmy. You need to be way more specific. Like, I assume you're not
like what I
working for a
used to
moving
do.
company.
No, like what I used to do. So I guess gathering information, some shady stuff. If there's shady business to be had.
Okay. Roll a... Roll a Thieves' Tools check. Make the attribute Wisdom.
Okay, maybe I'll actually do well for once. Hey,
Okay. Are you working for yourself, the criminals, or the government?
myself.
Okay.
Third party.
Are you, if you have compromising information, are you likely to give it to the government or give it to the criminals?
Oh, that's a great question.
Like,
Fuck
what
the
side?
government.
What side are you more willing to fuck over?
We're willing to fuck over anyone that seems more morally reprehensible, I guess.
Can I have an insight check for you to work out who that is?
Got it.
It's both groups.
Oh, jeez.
You can choose between these two flavors: actively evil murderers or hypocritical, corrupt politicians.
Oh, God. That's like being at home.
So comfy, just like home.
Maybe I'll help out the government
Okay.
in a surprise move so I can give information on them to my government for more money. I don't know if
Okay.
they care about this government
Yeah,
here.
for a Canadian, I hear a lot of capitalism coming from you. So-
Contagious.
Someone's bored. He doesn't know what to do. He's
Okay.
not about to like do soul searching with his patron. So,
Oh, that reminds me. Roll a D100 for your patron.
oh fuck, leave me alone.
Okay, your patron leaves you alone for the duration. Okay. Emmy, roll a D100 to see how your criminal empire goes. Okay. At the end of the time period, do you more want money or do you want like things of physical worth, like magic items or boats or art or whatever? Like, what are you looking? Are you looking for liquid reward or
Ooh.
are you looking for physical reward?
Hmm. Let's go with the physical reward. Magic stuff, or I don't know.
What sort of magic item? And when I say this, I mean like cloak, armor, boots, weapons, etc. What sort of magic armor item would someone be looking for?
Probably like a cloak or arrows, or is anyone in the party missing anything? Maybe spell books for Callista. Nature shit for Nyx.
Do you currently own a cloak?
I do,
What's that
but
cloak?
not like a magical one.
Oh, okay.
Just
Well,
a
you-
normal cloak.
Well, you lost it 1 week in. You now have room for a new clock. Now, attunement-wise, do you have a for attunement slot, or are you attuned out?
I don't. Reading this now, actually, I'm attuned out.
Okay, that makes my life a little bit harder, but that's all right. Okay, I might need to get back to you, but I will find a non-attunement cloak for you.
That's totally fine.
It would have been easier, but when I updated the compendium, apparently
If
I
it's easier,
added-
I'll take potions as well. Like, someone's not too picky right now. He's just passing time while Nyx does her thing.
Someone should raise their standards. They're worth more than they think they are.
Oh no, he's a garbage man.
No. That he was a garbage man, but he is so much more now.
No.
I mean, we still hang out from day
Oh.
to day, right?
I
Like-
avoid Nyx.
Am I missing something? What did Nyx do?
I always
I
forget.
rolled a 27 on insight. Do I notice that I'm being
Okay.
avoided?
Okay, Emmy, DM me what Nyx did, and then Angel, I will water that down.
For every social encounter Selvin avoids, Vali takes you up on it.
Interesting thing. So I just went through the list of Oh, okay. I understand. Um, I will say, because
Yeah.
Insight isn't mind reading, you find that Selwyn is 100% uncomfortable around you right now. Like, it is like the worst social anxiety you've ever seen with them. Like, when you're in a room too close to them, there isn't like a focus, you notice they start sweating.
Are you okay, Selwyn?
I'm fine.
You don't need to roll insight on that, someone isn't fine.
Did I do something?
No, you're great. You're fantastic. Fine. I'm just gonna. I gotta go do something. So.
Do you need help?
No.
What did I do?
Nothing.
Next, roll a wisdom check on yourself.
Inciting yourself.
20.
You think that you gave you don't remember exactly what it was for, but you gave Selwyn a period of time before a conversation had to happen, and that time may have run out.
Nyx has learned her lesson, though. She's just gonna let it go for now.
Does that make someone feel better or worse?
It depends. If Nyx acknowledges it, then he'll hang out with her. But if she like doesn't say anything, but she knows, then he'll still be very awkward.
She'll just say, all she'll say is, we don't have to talk about anything you don't want to talk about.
Okay, great. Okay.
'Cause I want to talk
Oh my
about it.
God.
I've pissed off several people in that village below. It won't get back up here. Just dump everything I've been doing for the past couple months.
Roll a D100 for me, Emmy. Let's see if it does come up here.
Oh no.
A mob of criminals comes up here.
I'm
Hey,
just
we
saying
heard you
that's
got
a,
an
Pretty
elf
well
up
on
here.
thieves' tools.
I'm just saying that's the last Emmy's rolled on D100 tonight.
Oh boy.
Of course.
I'm not saying anything's happening. I'm just saying, by the way, that's the lowest she's rolled on a D100. Okay, you can be a little bit less paranoid.
Oh no, I hope they send like fucking medieval Agent 47 up here for Emmy.
Okay, so Emmy, if it wasn't a cloak, what else would you have?
Oh, just like potions or scrolls or spellbook for cat or
Now, if you were to be a little bit more
Arrows.
selfish, well, okay, arrows. There we go. That makes it easier. Thank you.
Lishrug.
Um. Hmm. 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 Okay. So, zombie's not there. Okay, murder.
Yep.
I don't need to talk to you. Cat. Okay, you ready?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. You've
I see how
succeeded,
it is.
and you learn a thing, Cat.
Wow, a thing. I love those.
Yes.
Usually.
Yeah, no, just mow right past me.
I apologize, murderer. I just decided it was the funniest way for me to reintroduce me talking to Cat by bouncing off you.
I know. I'm fucking around.
Okay, Cat. You learn this. I DM'd it to you. You can share with the class if you want to, but you don't need to.
Neato.
Ah, zombie, you've returned. Just the man I was looking for.
Okie
So, you have 4 months with a 700-year-old dwarf. How close to him are you trying to be? Like, did you move into his house on the first day? I guess is my first question.
Nah, nothing that extreme.
Are you camping outside of his house?
Nope, just sitting with him at lunch and small talk first and stuff like that.
He is going to ask, what do you want?
Well, I'm a paladin of the doors now, and I want to learn. What about you?
Paladin of the Dwarves.
Yeah,
Kind of
There's a
looks
Gendril
at
here.
you.
he just holds up his hammer.
Hang on, I'm gonna roll a history check on a dwarf.
Does he give it a lick for advantage?
Hey.
Well, he doesn't know what
like,
it
hey.
is. He's now gonna lick it. Carl, you find that his tongue is surprisingly long.
Like
Yes.
worryingly long.
Fucking snakes across the table.
You're fairly sure that in an emergency it can be used as a thorn whip.
God damn.
That is a tongue.
That's
What?
that's weird druid shit. That's not dwarf shit. That's weird druid shit. Nix, can you do that?
Nix,
yet.
where's your 7-foot long tongue?
I need to learn his secrets.
Yeah.
So, anyway, he'll ask how you got that.
I bought it.
You bought it.
What?
Yeah, from a store. And one
What sort of
town
store?
magic store. An old man ran it.
How old?
He told me things.
And what did he
Uh.
tell you?
The hero never died. That's concerning. The
Like
prophecy is
Grendel?
wrong. No, some hero who just turned stone. Don't know what that was about.
That hero wasn't Grendel.
No, different guy.
But you don't know who... So I suppose you're looking for Grendel's axe then.
Nope, just got the hammer.
I'm cool with just the hammer. I'm sorry, but that's fucking hilarious.
He's gonna entirely reconvene for a moment with himself. He's gonna consider where you're coming from.
Honestly, like, okay, where the fuck do I go from here?
Okay. You're a paladin of the dwarves. Yes or no?
Yep,
Okay.
that I am.
You're a warrior of Grendel. Yes or no?
Yep.
Okay. The Grendel's hammer makes you better at being a warrior for Grendel. Yes or no?
Yep.
Okay. If you were to have 2 hammers of Grendel, would you therefore be better at being a paladin to the dwarves?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, if you were to ask around, would you therefore be looking for Grendel's axe?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. How did you hear about Grendel's axe?
Well, I didn't until you said something.
He's going to look around conspiratorially. Assuming you don't join him, he will, he'll tell you that he can't tell you where it is.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
But he's willing to let you argue for it.
This is so fucking funny.
Argue how?
Let's say, let's say, someone knew where it was. What would you say to them to try and work it out?
What would you want for it?
So you want to barter for it?
Sure, let's go with that.
Well, what do you have to trade for it?
I have chalk.
Yep. You have a what?
Chalk. You can draw things with it.
You have chalk. What else do you have?
I could give you this cloak.
What does this cloak do?
You can shock people with it. He's gonna just reach out, touch.
It's a mundane cloak, right? Or is
Yeah,
it
totally
No.
mundane.
Okay.
No, it's magic.
It's magic?
Yeah, it's the Mage Slayer cloak thing.
Oh!
Shots.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Same page. And you would give someone who would tell you where the axe is this cloak.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
It's that way.
Did
That
he
way?
actu-
Yeah, it's that way.
I've got an insight now.
Okay.
There's no fucking way he just pointed in a direction and went, it's that way.
Carol, either he is a master liar or it is in fact that way.
Can I go find it, then return and give you the cloak?
How about you give me the cloak now, and if you don't find it, I'll return the cloak to you.
How far that way do I go?
How far can you go in a day?
I don't know. 3 miles.
10 to
Few
14
miles.
kilometers.
If you walk in that direction, for 100 days, you'll
That
find
direction?
it. That direction. Hang on. That
Which,
direction.
can Carl, determine what, cardinal direction that is?
Roll a survival check. That would be east.
In the desert.
Past the desert.
Vermilion.
Above a million.
The mountains?
Below the mountains. The dwarf starts unrolling a map.
Oh.
Okay.
Convenient.
Here. Oh, hang on. This area.
Oh.
Like, hold on, I need to zoom in.
It's Solace.
I'm gonna make this-
He
I'm
wants
gonna
us to
make
go to
this much-
Solace.
I'm gonna make this much easier for you, everyone.
Is it the entire mountain range that separates Solus and Vermilion?
It's just Solus.
It's
He's
just
pointing.
Solace.
He's pointing to Solus.
Oh, fucking, what a dickhole.
Great.
Oh, I can't wait to go there.
Specifically, Requiem.
I have crimes to commit there.
Can't, I don't think most of your crimes are like region locked.
I-
You'd be
And
surprised.
listen, some crimes I commit for not employment, for official purposes. Others are recreational.
For employment, I do commission crimes.
No, that's
I like your
not it.
rectangle
I'm drawn
cat.
everywhere. Thank you. It leaves.
So
The small
the
square can
Salesians
stay,
have
though.
the like Axe of Grendel.
Like, in less than Carl words, yes.
Okay, I do have a question that's just like being funny, but I am curious.
Okay.
Let's say, right, hypothetically, we got the Axe of Grendel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say Vali was using it. Would Carl still benefit because Vali and Carl are basically the same guy at this point?
Probably.
They could just tag team. That's funny. Uh,
Like, the hammer has a lot more to do with Grendel himself, because that's, Grendel is in the hammer. The
Yep.
axe is just a weapon Grendel made, so it's not a sentient weapon, but it's a bitchin' weapon.
Well, no, I assume that with Carl, because it's kind of like a narrative thingy, he could just be attuned to both because they both take up the same slot.
That is true.
Well, and I assume it unlocks certain features for both the axe and the hammer. So I was thinking, like, hypothetically, in a funny what if Vali was using the axe and he was using the hammer, would those features still be unlocked?
You don't know.
I'm asking you for fun, man. I'm not looking for a definitive answer.
Maybe then. But Carl, the dwarf has told you where the hammer is, or where the axe is. What does Carl want to do?
Carl will hand over the Mage's Bane.
The dwarf will slip over a receipt. It is just a piece of paper saying, if you don't find the axe in your lifetime, I will return the cloak.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, so that's your interaction on day one. What do you do for the rest of it?
This is probably
Good chat.
awkward for him because I think he kind of expected you to leave on a quest and then you just kind of stuck around. I think he might be a little bit awkward right now.
Now, zombie,
Yep, stick around.
would you like to know what the axe looks like now, or do you like to wait 6 months of play before you eventually get there to know what it looks like?
Carl would probably inquire about that.
Okay,
Being a blacksmith.
I will DM you what it looks like, and then you can choose to share if you want to. Once I find where you are in my DMs. Because I looked for Carl in my DMs, but there is no Carl in my DMs, but there's a sparkling zombie.
Oh no, not that thing.
But yeah, that's what she looks like.
Can I see?
Well, that's in between Carl and Carl.
Carl would attempt to draw it.
Okay, Carl, roll a performance check or dexterity check.
Can he
to see.
roll to draw, but I roll like wisdom, I guess, just to fill in the blanks? 'cause
In
we're on
between
the same
both of you,
wavelength?
the number needs to be 30. Murder, you need a 22 on a wisdom check.
Make it a charisma check, and I can actually get that much, hypothetically.
You have a strangely large amount of charisma for a man who doesn't believe in charisma.
I have a +2, so if I nat 20 on a charisma check, it's a 22.
Okay,
That's what I meant.
If you nat 20, you'll get it.
Well, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
You liar.
No
You
shit.
liar!
How does this? What the fuck is this shit? Murder?
Same
Are
wavelength.
you loading the dice?
Okay. Murder.
Okay, Angel, that's just my second nat 20 of this. Like, I'm not cheating.
Murder, do you want me to DM it to you or just post it in Discord?
I guess that's up to Zombie. Does he want to keep it secret?
I think I person. That's fine.
In that case, yeah. Post it in Discord. Let people enjoy it.
Okay, I'll also post what the actual hammer looks like to remind everyone, so that they can have the two
Oh, that's
side
a
by
really
side.
cool
Nice.
axe, actually. I like
It's
it.
pretty.
Okay, and this...
It is kind of funny that Grindel, the hero, used the axe, but he was turned into a hammer.
Well, no, he turned himself into a hammer. Because he used both.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
The hammer was his favorite, obviously.
Yeah.
No, I imagine it as having more rock parts, but being magical.
Why?
Just thought it'd be cool.
Well, he's not cool. He's a dwarf.
Dwarves are cool.
Sure, okay.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll just leave on that.
We'll agree to disagree. Okay, Emmy,
Yes.
you find something that you didn't know you needed, but you've always wanted. Do
Ooh.
you want to guess what it is?
Nah.
Okay, you find magic thief stools.
Oh, no way. I can't break these, right?
Don't say that.
You've jinxed it now.
Now I'm concerned.
Okay. So, Emmy, I will. I'll just. So it's not thieves tool, like not magic bag of thieves tools per se. It's more of a magic multi tool, but it's specifically used for thieves tools. I can tell you what they do now, and then give you the item, or I can just give you the item and then you can read it to yourself and not tell anyone.
Sure. The second option.
Okay, cool. And because there's gonna be a question that is presumably gonna be asked immediately when you read the second feature it has, the answer is yes, it stacks.
Okay.
Okay. I am putting it in your folder now. You're looking for an item called the Infiltrator's Key. I got lost in Zombies folder one moment. It's nearly in yours. Okay. You now have the Infiltrator's Key. It doesn't come with art.
Sick.
Unfortunately, it does partly make Callisto irrelevant, but that happens.
Finally,
Well-
fewer things to do. Thank Christ.
Well, the rogue gets to rogue on their own. It's fine. Like, I almost said something mean. I'm not gonna do that.
No, you can do it. Selwyn's used to it.
Okay. Who haven't we covered? We've done Angela. I'm telling you what you get last. We've done zombie. We've done Emmy. We've done cat. And murder. You were learning Terran, which you know pig Terran. So we've done that. So.
Can I also roll to like pick up like a specialized history check, but in these guys, just a cultural thing?
Okay. Yeah. Roll. No. Well, add. Are you proficient in history to start with?
No.
Under tools, add history of the Taros Rise Walish tribe.
Can you spell Terrace Rise for
It's
me?
literally on the map in front of you.
I don't want to zoom in.
Well, zoom in. I made this map. Enjoy every pixel of it, Murder.
Oh, thanks, Kat.
Excusez-moi.
Put
Oh,
your
sorry,
French away.
Sorry. Okay, I looked and Kat's was like lower, so I saw her first because I
No,
was
you're
going from
fine.
like.
It was just funny because once again,
Okay.
and I have the same brain.
It's true.
Okay.
You've scared Pat Morgan with your French.
Now, Murder, add that in as a intelligence proficiency and roll an intelligence. Okay, roll an intelligence check to dictate if it is jack of all trades, proficiency, or expertise.
Oh, like a flat intelligence
Yep.
to see where we're at?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Okay, proficiency.
10. Nice.
Okay, so, Angel, I can post what you have and we can talk about it, or I can just add it to your sheet.
What is it?
It's what you've spent the last 17 weeks learning.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you what it is or post? Or put it on your sheet?
You can't do both.
I can do... No, what I mean is, do you want to keep it a secret and then not say anything about it until it comes up, or do you want me to just tell you what it does as I put it onto your sheet?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. So, you essentially have access to an equivalent of some... I think it's called at-will magic on monsters, but it's also an equivalent to Mystic Arcana. So you've got some spells now that you can cast that don't have spell slots. They just work once per duration. Some of them are short rest-based, some are day-based, and the biggest one of them can only be used once a week. Some of them can be used like X number of times per period. So like, for example, you've got Stone Shape 3 times a day. But and you've got another one which is like once per short rest, but I'll post them to your sheet. It'll make more sense when you can read it. But yeah, so you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 6 spells added to your spell list, but they can't be cast through your own spell slots. If that makes sense, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's Torley's power up?
That's in between me and Twirly.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna preface this. This is a joke. This isn't what they got. The one difference I get, again, joke. The one difference I get is they just have Burrow now. So they're now a farmable flame nugget.
All terrain flame bird.
Yes, all-terrain bird.
He'll get his swim
Unstoppable.
speed when we go to the water tribe, and then when we go to the air tribe, he'll just laugh because he can already fly.
He's one step ahead of them, yeah.
Okay. So, Angel, I'm going to put these on your sheet now, and then format them in a way that makes sense to me at least. Okay. 1 slash...
So glad we didn't have to be here for a year. You all would have had to leave me.
It's like, oh well, it's been fun. Next, we're not staying here a year though.
So my
I'll be real.
plan
It's
for
a
that
lot.
was like, cool. So everyone else is going to go for a field trip, and then we'll come back for Nick Slater.
I would have had to make a new character.
Well, not necessarily. The field trip could have just been a summary time skip, just like, hey, you know, what does
Okay.
Callista do for a year in Spain?
She goes back to Vermilion to manage her property.
Does she
Yeah.
really want to,
Property.
though?
No,
Just no.
but she does
Okay.
own property there and has some, in some way, fucked up sense of responsibility.
Why?
Why?
Social convention usually.
But Kat, I thought you wanted to make an anti-capitalist.
Not with Callista. She needs to lie firmly in capitalism because I have to snack on gold whilst I eat my spells. So, silver.
Have you considered just not?
Just
See,
like this is where Callista taps out on the learning spells aspect of being
Yeah.
a wizard. She's like, I know enough spells. I'm good. I'm just gonna not anymore.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And Kat, that
She knows
plot
enough.
keeps coming back.
Yeah.
I won't allow it because I don't want you to, you know, die in the second act, but I'll allow the fact that you have it because I don't think you can, you know, just be like, nope, don't have it
Unfortunately
now. But you're
Man,
forgiven.
I'd have to
first
re-break
act
my
has been,
nose.
like, first act has been trucking along for a while now.
And if I have anything to say about it, we'll go on to the end of time.
Little
Okay.
do you guys know, we're in a time skip right now in my story.
You can put that away, Kat. Angel, there are spells here that you'll recognize: Stone Shape, Stone Skin, and Wall of Stone. The spells you won't recognize are Stone Aegis, Stone Fetch, and Fletch, and Earth Skim. Stone Aegis is kind of like Shield, except it's different. It is a reaction AC modifier, but it does some other stuff in the background. Stone Fletch is a once per week thing. It is essentially Conjure Elemental. You get to make a Earth Elemental that looks like you essentially. And Earth Skim is the most 90s spell you could ever imagine. People can guess what it does, or I can just tell you what the most 90s spell ever is.
I mean, it's Earth Skimmer. It's like
Yeah.
Frozone, but with Earth.
Yeah, essentially, like you create a stone slab and you surf it.
Nice.
This is great.
And when you're done with it, you can just launch it at an enemy for 46 bludgeoning damage and knock them prone.
Nice.
Now,
Okay.
by the by, doesn't work on water.
Oh.
Makes sense, but sad.
Like you'll have to go to the ice tribe for that one.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Yeah, they just give out cloaks of the manta ray and then send you on your way.
Yeah, at the door. They kick
Yeah.
you out
I feel
afterwards.
like I can't decide if it's going to be the air tribe or the ice tribe that's going to be the snotty ones.
Why not both?
I'm sorry, you're making some assumptions. It's a fire tribe. Yeah, fuck
Honestly,
those guys.
I don't imagine any of them as snotty because they're druids. They have self-awareness.
Yeah, but consider the cold ones are near the elves.
Fuck them.
No, even worse. Consider, to get to the cold ones, you guys have to go through Falinel.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Fucking
I've been
elves. They suck,
trying
man.
not to think about it.
Brian the full human in the background just against this whole elf thing.
I don't fully understand the hatred because I don't know the elves.
I'll put it this
But-
way. You might need to bring a collar for Carl.
Yeah,
Aw.
the elves
No.
are the Falinellian elves are not great. Human rights wise, species rights wise, not
Just rights-wise,
the
honestly.
rights and basic sentient dignity wise, not the
even
best.
Know if we want to go through Falinel.
We might
no
we could
roads.
cut through the Aluskan Isles, just
I
take the
wouldn't.
sea route.
I mean,
Okay, or then we can go into the mists over here and go
I
up the
wouldn't.
Garden of Bad.
boop, boop, boop. Oh god, can't boop more.
Out of boops.
Yep.
Like
I
that.
mean,
You
Ish.
could.
okay, or we could go below, see if the dwarves have any tunnels we can traverse.
Like,
Probably
I mean,
not over
apparently
elf
this is the
territory.
origin of my entire race, so that I think it would be cool to go through here.
so I want to. I have this map somewhere, don't I? I didn't get rid of this map. I have a map of like the Dwarven Underroad somewhere. Here it is. The map I have. It doesn't
Mostly
go as far north just because that's not the area that it was covering. But there are Dwarven tags that are in that direction. It's also, if you ask Murder, that's where you get the Snow Dwarves.
Why, if you ask murder?
Because that was one of your spare characters.
Oh, yeah.
The Snow
hockey
Dwarf,
player.
Dwarf ball player. Alternatively, the world could be round. We don't know yet. You know, it could be flat. But if you guys go south, you could probably get up there. Um,